Good morning, welcome back. We are ready to roll. Hello, Sean. Hello, Nagesh, Killerbot. Hope everybody's ready. Alright, so we do have predictions live for the first match. Battle Day has just begun. We got a little bit of time before the attacks actually start. But this is the PCL Finals. Now, I don't know if I've actually streamed any matches out of the PCL because I've been kind of on a hiatus from streaming esports, as you all know. So, this might be the first time I'm actually covering the PCL, and it is for the finals, but at least we made it here for this. Very excited to be here. And it's going to be some good matches. It'll be a fun weekend, for sure. But let's take a look at this. I'm going to have to resize this because I sized it earlier and then I moved things around, so it's going to look wonky, but we will take a look at the schedule and the prize pool. So where did I put it? There it is. So yes, like I said, I'm going to have to fix this really quickly. That's the wrong thing. Amazing. Thank you. Alright. Because I set up player cams and then I did it in a way that was weird. Here we are. Here we are. But this is the weekend event. So, first match, we've got Dizzy versus Boom Academy. After that, we've got Bad Zinger versus Team Electros. After that, we have, I'm not sure, it's probably the losers of these two matches. I think these are both upper bracket. Or it's the winner of these two matches. Actually, let's take a look. I do have the actual bracket, too. Let's not mind the extremely weird ads on the side. I hate this challenge thing, but here we are. Let's ignore the extremely weird ads and just focus on the bracket itself. So Tribe Gaming and Team Electros are in the upper bracket. Are those two even playing? Hold on. Oh, okay, so that's later. So wait, there's two Team Electroses. That's why I was confused. I was like, wait, they were playing only Bad Zinger. Okay, so these are lower bracket matches that we're starting with. So the losers of these go home, and then we'll watch the first two matches, and then the winners of these matches. That'll be match number 3. And then the last match today is going to be Tribe Gaming versus Team Electros. So who's this other Team Electros? Oh, Electros JP. Okay. I see. I'm getting all caught up here. Fluxy got kicked? I haven't heard anything about that. I doubt it. Fluxy's kind of like the main guy for Dizzy. He's not playing today, but that doesn't mean he got kicked. Yeah, I would be very surprised if Dizzy Stamina kicked Fluxy. But here we go. We got the lineups. We'll take a look. We've got Hawk, Lars, Darkstar, Synthe, and Mask. And then over here for Boom Academy, we got Kanara, Neon, Seven, Supmeow, and Ashen1. And the attacks will start at about the 37-minute mark. Let me start my recording. Set up for any clips we want to make. Alright. I think we are pretty much ready to go. Take a quick look at the prize pool as well, because I do have that handy. So here is the prize pool for this tournament. It's a pretty big prize pool. PCL is a pretty decent sized tournament in the league. But we got $1,250 for first place, $500 for second, $250 for third, and then the MVP gets a base pack. I don't know what the total prize pool was for this season. It's not on any of the things that I've seen, because I know they had other divisions with other prize pools and stuff, but a pretty good prize pool. $2,000 here just for the advanced division. Fluxy missed a normal war attack, and as per rules. Yeah, true. Welcome in, Sandy. Hello, San. Yesterday we had our 79th Indian Independence Day. I thought you were streaming on the Twitch platform, not on YouTube. Did I stream yesterday? I don't think I streamed yesterday. I think I might have streamed the day before that. Yeah, I streamed on Thursday only on Twitch, and it was only for like 40 minutes. It was a really short Twitch stream. I intended to be on yesterday, but I just wasn't able to make it work, unfortunately. 'Tis the way things go sometimes. But happy Independence Day to those of you in India. Hope you had a good one. Alright, alright. How are we looking on Twitch predictions? You got a little over 2 minutes. Everybody is voting Boom Academy at the moment. Well, only one person's put any points in. So if you're lurking on Twitch, you're just popping in, you can throw some points into the predictions. We need some faith in Dizzy. Good morning, Rhonda. Some points in there. There we go. And now I don't have to delete the prediction. Beautiful. And we got about 2 minutes before the first attack of the match goes in. If Dizzy kicked Fluxy, then according to the rules, Golden Ticket winner team can't change the team lineup. They will be disqualified. Well, they did it last year with no problem, so I doubt that would be an issue. Yeah, I really doubt that would be an issue. Because they did a lot of roster changes last year after Golden Tickets were given out. They shouldn't be able to, but they did it. But yeah, Dizzy didn't kick Fluxy. They would kick everybody else before they kicked Fluxy. You don't see the predictions for some reason? I don't know how to fix that. Maybe that's why we don't get a lot of people doing predictions. Maybe they're bugged. They can get permission. Yeah. Refresh Twitch, that could help. Kamzat or DDP? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Got it? Nice. Hit predictions, got 1 more minute. I timed that pretty well. It looks like it'll run over a tiny bit into the first attack, but that timing worked out almost perfectly. Dude, what? Should I know what that is? I have no idea. The controversy of Ninja, Fluxy, Max, Hawk, VM Legacy, MMG, yeah. Oh, I know that all too well. Yep, that's a whole mess. You got 20 common chests, oof. Last year, teams changed. They changed their rosters after winning Golden Ticket, yeah. And it caused a whole big drama. It was a big mess. Also, I just realized the chat is under the PCL logo, so let's fix that really quickly here. This was an old thing, too. It should have been just good to go. But I guess not. Oh, I know why. Never mind. It's because I didn't have it on the chat. There we go. Should be fixed now. Beautiful. We're ready. And here we go. Senthe is in with the first attack of the match. Let's see what he's bringing in. See how he's going to kick it off for us today. The first attack of the day. And he has his rocket balloons ready to go. And we got the player cams ready to go as well. Alright, starting off with the Grand Warden from the bottom side of the base. Is he doing a fireball? Yes, he is. Take a quick peek at the other equipment, even though they are all pretty much the same. No Electro Boots, I still think, is a very odd decision on the Royal Champion. The best equipment in the game. And sometimes they just choose not to take it. Okay. Well, we got the Warden creeping in. We got that mortar on the right side of the base. The fireball is fun because it's either a really cool, good value fireball, or it's a huge mistake, mess up, and really difficult to recover from. Very rarely is it anything in between. In this case, it is going to be a successful fireball with a really good value there as well. Gets the Clan Castle, gets the scatter shot. He also gets the fire spinner. Lots of great value there out of the fireball. Now the Warden getting pulled to the left side of the base. He's going to go engage with the enemy queen. He's going to take a bunch of damage from her, or no. Oh, that poison's slowing her down so much. What is she even shooting at? There we go. Nicely done with that poison spell. Warden should be able to get through her with no problem. Actually, the Warden's just following balloons. Oh, that Warden's going to be in trouble. The Warden, oh, clutch, invis. Alright. He's paying attention. Pops that King's ability. Spiky ball bouncing around. Earthquake boots to soften things up. Warden got through the enemy queen with no issues. He's going to continue his walk up that left side while the other heroes go to the right. The King's already gone down to Phoenix, though. Queen creeping her way in. He still has 16 rocket balloons and the Royal Champion to send in. Also, he snuck that Flame Flinger in. I didn't even see it. It gets sniped by the monolith, but it got a good bit of value on the top side of the base before it went down. And that Coco Loon out of the Flame Flinger finds 2 Seeking Air Mines. Nice value out of that too, so this super minions don't really have to worry about that. Warden's going to snipe the air defense. That'll keep the super minions on the left side alive. This is looking super good here for Senthe. Oh my goodness, the execution on this attack is just phenomenal. This base is absolutely crushed. Still has an invis in the back, still has 7 rocket balloons. Look at all the troops left alive. Beautifully done, perfectly executed, and a great start here for Dizzy. Jeez, making it look easy. Alright, good start. How's your morning? My morning's been great. How about you, Rhonda? Hope you had a good morning. Or having a good morning, I guess. It's still morning. It's the biggest UFC fight of the year. Yeah, I don't follow that at all. It's tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Well, I hope you guys enjoy your UFC fight tonight. Yeah, Senthe's insane. That was a great attack. Elevates on a different level. I think we'll be seeing them today. Aren't they in this? Oh, they must have been eliminated. They're not in this. I swore I seen them on the thing. This is the second community tournament that Elevate's been eliminated from. I guess they only bring their A game for the golden ticket stuff. They don't bring it as much for the community tournaments. Even though this community tournament and the last one have had big prize pools. So it's surprising not seeing the top teams are like really going for it. You think Boom's better than Elevate currently? Maybe. I was going to say Boom doesn't have a golden ticket, but I guess they do, right? Actually, I wonder what is the overlap between the players on this Boom Academy team and the players on the Chinese Boom Academy team. So we know those players have accounts on both servers. But here we go. Who is Lars? Substitute, apparently. I don't know. Never seen him before. But we got Sup Meow with the next attack. Let's grab the... is this the right cam? I'm actually not sure. Oh, this is going to be a mess. I think this is the right cam. That's not even in frame. We're going to not worry about the camera this time. Here we go. We got the RC charge already taking place as I'm looking around for cameras. Google Meets is such a mess for this. They really should use Discord for these. Alright, we got the Headhunter. We got the Valkyrie down to help take care of that. Poison over top of the furnace out of the clan castle. Queen will take care of the rocket balloons. Giant arrow down the middle is going to set up for the log launcher. Alright. Oh, did that Prince target the log launcher? I think it might have. That log launcher, I can't even tell. It might have been the giant that got hit. There's too much going on right there, but here we go. Everything's pushing its way in. Log launcher sending the logs right down the middle of the base. Following up with that giant arrow. Going to be able to get through the clan castle. King on the left side of the base with his snake bracelet. Getting some funneling done. The root riders making their way in. We got that overgrowth on the top side. Log launcher looks like has opened up. Alright. Let's see if we can get through these walls and get in towards that town hall. We got an invis for the Royal Champion as she makes her way to the back side of the base. We still have the Warden's ability to use. Alright, is he going to use it here? He's still hanging on to it. There we go. Now we see the Warden's ability going off. So he's got the Eternal Tome here with the Rage Gem. It's going to keep everything protected. Didn't trigger that Giga Bomb with the Warden's ability, which is a little annoying. Not with the Warden's ability, but during the Warden's ability. So unfortunately, he'll have to take that damage, but it shouldn't be too bad. Everything pushing out to the left. He's still the King walking around the outside of the base. The Queen's gone down on the right side. Get a Yeti over there beating the wall, which those Yeti mites will help take care of the Fire Spitter, or at least get some damage on it once the overgrowth does wear off. Hopefully the Yeti mites don't get evaporated by that Fire Spitter damage, though. We'll see. There we go. Yeti mites come out. They do get a good chunk of damage onto that Fire Spitter. Still have some witches on that left side, but they're about to go down. Still have the giant moving around. Rocket balloons from the right side of the base. It's not looking too bad here for Sup Meow. King still walking around that top side. Snake's getting through some of these trash buildings. But he's running very thin on troops. The giant trying to get a shot off, but not able to get a shot onto that Fire Spitter. And it's looking like it might be a defense Actually, I don't think so. He still has the Barbarian King running around with... Does he have Phoenix on the King? No, he's got Frosty on the King. So the cannon's going to be the biggest issue. If he had Phoenix on the King, this is for sure a triple. But with the cannon still alive and no air troops to potentially take it out, actually, it probably would have been time even with the Phoenix. Can he get through now? It's up to the Frosty. It's not going to be enough time. The cannon is too tanky, and it's going to be a 99% for Sup Meow. That is very unfortunate for them. Nice try, but they are going to be trailing by a star. Alright. Max was not playing in the community tournament. I see. Well, that makes sense. Hey, Julo, tabbed up. I appreciate that. Hello, George. Alright. Big defense for Dizzy. And they are back on offense. We'll see what they do with their next attack. Yeah, Google Meets is terrible for this. Something that's like more consistent. The worst thing about Google Meets is everybody's cameras, and they pop up in different spots when you pin it. They're different shapes, different sizes. It's just a mess. Waz, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Here we go.
Mister.
We've got Hawk coming in with the next attack. And we got a Royal Champion charge on the left side of the base. Let's see if we can make this camera work at all. This one should fit better. There we go. Kind of. The bottom of the camera is cut off, but that's fine. We get to see his the top of his head there. It's perfect. The RC is still pushing in. We do have the ice block there for the Lava Hound later on in this dragon attack. It's a pretty neat trick that's kind of come out with the ice block. Alright, we got the RC moving up for the scatter shot. Down goes the next invis. Down goes the poison tower. Rocket balloons coming out. We got ice golems. We got the furnace. The dice tosser popping off as well. Did that RC just die? Looks like she did. Oof. He still had 4 more invis. He's still got a decent bit of value, though, and he'll be able to use the invis later on. But I think he didn't quite get the value he was hoping for. He's got the poison over there for the rocket balloons, trying to get those out of the way. Siege barracks coming in, and that'll be able to take care of the ice golems, keep them away from the dragon so they're not getting frozen up. And we'll see the dragons either going in from the top or the bottom side of the base. And there we go. They are going to go in at the bottom, closer to the town hall, a little less risky. There's that ice block trick with the Lava Hound so that it can tank a ton of damage here for the initial push for the dragons. You don't have to worry about that super early Warden's ability that way. And down goes the air defense. Dragons making their way into the town hall. There's that Warden's ability as they push in for the town hall itself. We do not have any rages to push the dragons through, so they're just going to have to slowly make their way in. Town hall shots are still going off. Dragons are getting thinned out on the right side of the base. Fire spitters popping off. Alright. Here's the invis. He's kind of just using them to keep the damage off these dragons. They are kind of struggling to get through this bottom area, and the dragons are already starting to thin out. The fire spitter on the right side finally goes down. That sweeper's been a big headache, but finally it's going to go down as well. It does get one more puff off. The multi-inferno tower trying to get some damage in. Finally, it gets taken out by the prince here. We can see he's got the dark crown. That prince gets absolutely massive once that dark crown starts taking effect. It's crazy. He's going to use an invis for the prince here, trying to get through the enemy prince on the backside of the base, and he's not quite able to, but he does have the phoenix to bring him back. But I don't know if he's got enough to get through all this. We still have an air defense on the top side of the base, and I think it's going to be just a little too much for this attack. And I think Boom Academy are going to have a defense here. Now they're going to have to try to take advantage of this defense with a 3-star in their next hit. Nice try to Hawk, but it is going to fall just a little short. That air defense is going to stay alive here. The percentage is going to be good, but Boom Academy can potentially take the lead since they had that 99. But we'll see what they do. Nice try, nice try. 93%. Alright. That was the wrong button. There we go. Let's go Dizzy. And this is lower bracket, so whoever loses this match is eliminated. I love that we're starting off hot as well. Who is... This camera keeps popping up. I'm not even sure who this is. There's no name on it. Very confused. It says the presentation. I don't know. Google Meets is whack. Alright, we got 7 with the next attack. I do not see anybody named 7 in the face cam thing. So we won't worry about a face cam on this one either. I don't know if they're required to have face cams for this or not. I have no idea. But we're starting off with the Spirit Walk from the top side of the base. Rocket balloons trying to set the funnel, but not really doing so successfully. At least not on the top side. The right side, they do get that cannon out of the way. Looks like he's trying to push this RC to the Town Hall. There we go. Pops the haste ability. She goes in for the Town Hall. Next invis is down. She'll get the Town Hall taken care of. Continue off to the left. The boots finish off the air defense. Moving over to the fire spitter. Going to be able to get that taken care of as well. And then there's the recall. Nice value for the Royal Champion. And then I would imagine he's probably going to start on that right side so he doesn't have to worry about that other fire spitter. And there we go. He's going to start behind that. So the fire spitters are both essentially out of the picture here. But the Root Riders, look at the pathing here. A bunch of them went down to the bottom side. Only one Root Rider actually went in for that fire spitter, and it gets yoinked with the hook. He drops in the overgrowth in this core. Luckily, the RC comes in to finish off that fire spitter. Otherwise, he might have actually had to deal with the damage of that thing. But there we go. Everything pushing to the bottom side of the base. The hook under the overgrowth, so it's not yoinking any more of his troops. We also have the troop launcher coming in. That'll help out. Get a few of these smaller troops in the mix. That way, once the overgrowth does wear off, he doesn't have to worry about the hook as much. Although it can still be a factor. Sometimes you get a little unlucky as an attacker, and that hook just happens to grab a good troop. And it is back in action here. We'll see what it's going to be grabbing in. And, oh my god, out of everything there, it pulls in the Archer Queen to the core of the base. Luckily for him, though, there's not a lot of big defenses left in the core. So the Queen's not really in any danger. It's just funny that out of all the troops that were right there, it grabs the Archer Queen. There were giants, barbarians, literally everything. That's a smart hook. He's training it well. This is looking good, though, for this attack. Last overgrowth on the backside of the base. He still has one more super wall breaker, which he could use for this back compartment if the Queen beats her way in there. Actually, he still has Root Riders. He doesn't even have to worry about the Queen beating walls. Well, as I say that, she was literally beating a wall. But this is absolutely destroyed. Beautiful attack from 7. And Boom Academy are going to take the lead over Dizzy. That was a very good attack. GG. Should just go back-to-back invis in the core. That worked out really well there. Absolutely crushed it. So now, like I said, Boom Academy have the lead. 39.8% to 38.6%. But it's still early. Still a lot of attacks to go. Alright, alright. We got Lars on cam. There was somebody in the Clash community named Lars a long time ago that I used to talk to. But I don't think that's the same guy. I'm pretty sure the Lars that I used to talk to is no longer involved in Clash. It was actually really annoying because there was a tournament that I was heavily involved in a long time ago. It was called the LWCW. So it was Lightweight Clan War League. But that tournament was pretty successful. But Lars was the owner of the tournament and he decided he was going to step away. So I tried to take over the tournament. Instead of giving me the tournament to run it and keep it going, he deleted it. Nuked the server. Willey Invitational win? Ask Lars. Anyway. We got Darkstar on camera here. Here we go. What's Darkstar bringing to the table? Looks like we do have the Warden on the left side. No Fireball, just the Warden charge. He doesn't even have the Eternal Tome, so he does have to be kind of careful here with the Warden walk. But he's got the Rage spell there to keep him boosted, keep the healers boosted. More importantly, get through the enemy Queen. Down she goes. Alright, so far so good. Angry Jelly helping him to target just these defenses early on. A couple of archers did get pulled out of the clan castle. Not a big deal, but it does take some time away from the Angry Jelly, and there we go. The Angry Jelly is no longer angry. It's got some counseling. Got the Flame Flinger from the top side of the base. Warden's working on trash buildings. I would imagine he's going to pull the Warden. Actually, which way is he going to go, the Warden? To the left is my guess. Okay, yes, he is going to go to the left. Makes the most sense with that Flame Flinger setup. And there we go. We got the Root Riders in. We got the Royal Champion in. Full sending it from that left corner. The Queen will set the funnel so these troops push into the base towards the Town Hall. There's the Overgrowth in the core. He is going to cover up the Town Hall and these Inferno Towers early on so that Town Hall damage is not coming down on his Root Riders the entire time. Got the Barbarian King down here to join up with the Archer Queen. Continue clearing out all these trash buildings. Down goes the multi-archer tower. King going to walk around that bottom. We got a couple of Skelly spells down there as well. It's going to distract the Prince, the Monolith, and the Gear Tower for at least a little bit while the troops move in to take it down. Poison spell over the Furnace out of the Clan Castle. The Overgrowth wears off in the core. He's got one more. We'll see if that's where he's going to use it, or is he going to try to push these troops in to take the Town Hall down. You can see the poison is hitting the healers, but he actually dropped the heal spell on top of the healers so that they're not losing their health to the Town Hall damage, which is a really nice play. That's going to make sure that he has healing for even longer. But now the healers get targeted again, and he doesn't have another heal spell. He does have a freeze he could use to keep the healers alive, but it's too late now. The healers are officially cooked, and he has no more healing for any of his troops. He did manage to keep, looks like 1 or 2 healers alive on the Royal Champion, so little RC charge from the core with the Rocket Spear. Overgrowth wearing off in the core of the base. We got lots of defenses. Let's see if he's got enough power to get through everything. That Fire Spitter is popping off. We still have the King with ability. He pops it now. Soccer ball bouncing around. We got some damage on the Fire Spitter, but man, it's doing a lot of damage itself, and this is looking like it's going to be another defense for Boom Academy. Queen's going to go down, and that is a nice try to Dark Star. Man, you don't usually see Dark Star miss too often, but this one's not going to get it. Sneezy gets another building here. And then down Sneezy goes to a Seeking Air Mine. He's still going to get decent percentage, but Dizzy are going to need some defenses. Anger management, yeah. Angry Jelly is a lot less angry now. It's hard to be angry when you're blown up by a black air mine. A 1-star defense? They don't really need a 1-star defense. Just a 2-star defense is enough to keep Dizzy in it for now. Boom Academy only have 1 triple, and Dizzy also have a triple. So they're not that far behind, it's just percentage. Hey Manzo, good morning. It's good to see you. We're already having a good time. Angry Birds. Oh, man. There we go. Neon in with the next attack. I don't see a Neon in the player cams, so we will skip that one as well. There we go. Lots of rocket balloons from the top side of the base. It is going to be a Root Rider attack. We got the Royal Champion pushing in, but obviously a trapped entry here. The Giga Bomb going off, Tornado Trap going off, but he's pushing in regardless. The next Invis is down. He's just going to back-to-back Invis, try to keep this Fox alive if at all possible. See what other value he's trying to get. He has 4 more Invis, pops the RC's ability. Man, that Fox is just barely hanging on. Down goes the Hook Tower. Next Invis, but she doubles back. The Fox is dead. The RC continues in. I think he was trying to get her to go to the Fire Spitters, but that didn't quite work out. But he still gets a nice funnel, gets a handful of decent buildings out of the way. Hopefully that was enough for him. We'll see. Ice Golem going to walk out to the right side. The Root Riders are in. Here we go. Full sending it. Got that Queen on the right side of the base. We'll see the Barbarian King joining up on the outside as well here in a little bit. He's got the default hero skins as well. You don't actually see the default skins too often. Alright. Everything pushing in. Going to get through the multi-Inferno Tower. The troops are taking a lot of damage early on. Rocket Balloons coming out. Pops the Warden's ability. The healers are doing their best to keep things healed up. Alright, so far, so good. King's still walking around that right side of the base. The snakes. Look at the snakes helping out on that right side. And people say the snake bracelet's bad. Look at them go. They take down the Ricochet Cannon, and they're still helping the King clear through all these buildings on the right side very quickly. In the meantime, the Root Riders pushing their way into the Town Hall. The Royal Champion's in the mix to help. Drops in an Invis. Try to keep some of this damage off his troops. Might have been a better idea to Invis these healers. But they do get through the fire spitter there, and the healers are still alive. They did take a little bit of damage. See if they can continue to keep these troops healthy moving through the base. That Warden's Rage Gem helping out tremendously here. Loses a healer to Black Air Mine. Actually, the healers are pretty healthy. That Multi-Inferno Tower might have something to say. Where did his troops go? Wait a minute, his troops just vanished. Everything in the core of the base is dead. The healers are gone now, the Warden's gone. He went from having a bunch of Root Riders and Giants to absolutely nothing in such a short period of time. And that was with the healers healing everything up. Yikes. Does he have enough? I don't know. This is going to be rough without any troops to help support. Now the Queen's distracting his king. Down he goes. Down goes the Ricochet Cannon. The Giant doesn't go for the wall. The Queen can walk around, but she won't be able to reach everything. I guess that wall is open right there thanks to the Root Riders. We got a little spinny wheel. He might have force closed the game. I don't know, but here we go. We're able to watch the rest of it, so it's fine. Down goes the Multi-Inferno. It's not going to be a 3-star, but it'll be good percentage for Boom Academy, but an opportunity for Dizzy to potentially take the lead in their next attack. Nice try. Feel like the event scenery is going to end up being kind of rare. Maybe for clans that are just packed full of Legends players. Most clans are so behind. Yeah, but the weekend just started. You got to keep that in mind too. A lot of people don't really play a lot during the week. 30 million is a lofty goal, but it's also very doable. Shoja actually brought in, he's one of our clan members, he brought in an account that's outside of Legends. He got 2 million Dark Elixir in like a few hours. And I'm going to be grinding the event probably tonight and tomorrow. There we go. We got Lars with the next attack. The mystery player, the substitute for Dizzy today. Here we go. We can see the top of his head. Wonderful. Yeah, the Royal Champion from the bottom side of the base. Which equipment she rocking? She's got the Haste Vial here, so no Rocket Spear this time. Looks like he's going to try to push her straight through the Town Hall. And get that Invis down before the Fox takes damage. There we go. Beautiful timing there. You got to be really careful when you're doing the Invis around the Town Hall, because that Town Hall will fire so quickly. It takes a fraction of a second for the Town Hall to get its shots off, and then you get hit with that poison. It slows things down. It's just a mess. But he handled it perfectly there. Pops the RC's ability, the haste, making her go quickly, pushing her through these core defenses, and the value here is looking really good for this charge. She gets through the Multi-Inferno Tower, the next Invis down, keeping her off the CC troops. She'll be able to grab the Gear Tower as well. Another huge defense off the map. He's got 3 Invis left. He is not planning to recall her, so he's just trying to get as much as he can before she does go down. Next Invis, there we go, getting onto the Fire Spitter here, but she gets distracted by the enemy RC. The next Invis is down, but she is also down. She's not able to grab the Fire Spitter, but he's still got really good value here, and he's going to fly the dragons behind the Fire Spitter anyway. Alright, Baby Dragon on the left side. Rocket Balloons helping to set that funnel, take out the Wizard Tower. Full send for the dragons from the left. He used 1 dragon on the bottom side for a funnel to get rid of these trash buildings, so he didn't lose a big group of dragons to that bottom side of the base. In the meantime, we do have the Queen and the Siege Barracks on the right side of the base to grab some of these other trash buildings and work around that right side. Dragons pushing their way into the core, into the top side. Taking quite a bit of damage here, though. He's already lost so many dragons. Oh, my God. He pops that ward ability so late. He's got like 3 dragons left. At least in the core. He's got a couple of them off to the right side, but so many went down early. I think the Furnace out of the defensive clan castle must have been doing a lot of damage there. I don't know how else he would have lost so many dragons so early. Pops the Prince ability. He might still have enough to push everything through. Let's see. We got the Queen still walking from the bottom side of the base, but that scatter shot's going to be a bit tricky for her to get through. Taking more damage. She gets out of range, though. Now the super minions can get in there and help take that down. Got 1 dragon left on the top side of the base. The Prince trying to get as much as he can. But this one's not going to be quite enough to get it done. Nice try to Lars. Man, what a beautiful RC charge. And then his dragons just got absolutely deleted. Oof. Good try, good try. Using what? 2 million in a couple hours? So the best way to get lots of Dark Elixir in this event is you want to take like I've been taking like 20 headhunters and the rest sneaky goblins. And the reason I added headhunters to the sneaky goblins is because the heroes are like dark elixir storages during this event. I don't know if you guys, I mean, I feel like most people have noticed that by now. But if you take out the heroes, you get even more dark elixir. So doing that, I've been able to get like 20 to 30,000 dark elixir each attack in Titan. Sometimes a bit less. I'd sometimes go for the ones that are like 10 to 15,000 as well, just so that I can get more attacks done quickly. But even with that, I mean, if you do 10 to 15,000 per hit and you're doing like a hit a minute or something like that, it goes pretty quick. The heroes are heavy with dark, yeah. So I try to spam the enemy heroes with like my heroes and headhunters, like a combo of those two. And they go down pretty quick, get a good bit of loot. Then you just focus on the storage and the collectors with the sneaky goblins. Around 15 to 20k is doable, yeah. I find a lot of them that are at least 20k. So that's usually what I look for. Alright, here we go. Next attack for Boom Academy. If they triple here, they can take a lead into the last round of attacks. Otherwise, we're going to be all tied up on stars going into the last round of attacks. Starting off with the Royal Champion Charge. I do not see this player on the face cams. There's a lot of people in the face cams. I think it's mostly streamers and Dizzy, though. So I guess it must not be required to be on cameras for these finals. But here we go. RC right down the middle. Goes for the Monolith. There's the next Invis. Take out the Fire Spitter as well. It's looking like it's going to be another good RC charge. This one's much shorter, though, but still gets really good value out of the core. And now we got the Root Riders from the top side of the base. Here we go. Full sending it, not wasting any time. We will see probably the King on the top side of the base. We're going to see the Queen up there as well. So the King and the Queen can walk around the outside, get all these trash buildings cleared out. Everything else heading straight into that Town Hall. Got the healers in the mix, keeping things healed up. Troop Launcher throwing the barrels of monkeys over the top. King will move to the left. Queen should follow over that way. Help get things cleared out. Actually, I was going to say, if these walls get opened up, the Queen might just go inside. But she does stay to the outside. It popped the Warden's ability as well, keeping everything protected, moving into the back end of the base. This King needs to hurry up. I feel like he should have started the funneling a little bit earlier. He should be alright, though. I think everything's going to stay inside of the base. Especially since there are not a lot of defenses on the outside. The Root Riders will focus in towards the core. There's going to be a nasty back end, though. This is going to be the most difficult area. But he saved that overgrowth for the back end, which is going to help out quite a bit here. Especially shutting down that Crusher Mortar while he deals with all these other defenses. So that's going to be a clutch overgrowth, especially, like I said, this is a stacked back end. But when you shut down half the defenses, it's not so bad. Gets through the Tesla, is going to get through the Multi-Inferno Tower. We got a Ricochet Cannon still alive on the bottom side of the base. We still have King and Queen abilities, too, to help get through when the overgrowth wears off. And there we go, the overgrowth wears off. Spiky Ball goes off. King moving in towards the top side of the base. We got to get that Crusher Mortar down as quickly as possible. Pops the Queen's ability. Down goes the Ricochet Cannon. We still have the Crusher Mortar popping off. Look at the damage it's doing. It's absolutely slapping the Queen clones. Finally, it does get taken care of. The Giant moves in, takes it down, and this is looking good. Looks like it's going to be a triple for Boom Academy, and Boom Academy are going to have the lead by a star going into the last round of attacks. Nicely done to Ashen One, and now we got the pressure on Dizzy. So for Dizzy to win this match, they have to triple and get a big defense. If Boom Academy want to win this match, all they got to do is triple. Then it doesn't even matter what Dizzy does. But tripling's easier said than done, so they're going to be hoping for another defense here from Dizzy. We'll see what happens. $100 attacks in an hour, super fast. I wonder if they would do any adjustments, like as the event comes to a close. I wonder if they would ramp up how much Dark Elixir you can get per attack. Because sometimes games will do that for events. I think Clash has done it for events before as well. Yeah, for like the medal events. Like when you go into the end of a medal event, you can get more medals per attack. I wonder if they would do some scaling like that. They should, to help make sure everybody gets the scenery. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point in doing a scenery for the 13th celebration if a lot of people can't get it? Seems kind of silly. You're at 23 mil? Nice. Yeah, you guys will definitely finish. I think we are... My clan's really low, but I haven't played yet, so... Once I get on the grind, it'll be done. There we go. We got the last attack for Dizzy, and it is going to be Mask. And he is sideways, but he is on camera. Here we go. What did I just do? Hold up. I broke everything. There we go. Fixed it. Alright, we got a Warden from the left side of the base. It's not a fireball, though. Just a little Warden walk. The Angry Jelly helping out. Alright. Going for these defenses. Get through the Expo. Take a quick look at the other equipments. Even though it rarely changes. Warden continuing to push in. Goes for the multi-Inferno Tower. Those life preserver thingies are more as time passes. Yeah, that's what I was talking about for the metal events. Alright, the Angry has worn off of the Jelly, so now the Warden is working on cleanup. We got a few other troops over there helping out with the cleanup as well. Yeti on the top side of the base trying to get the... I think he's trying to use the Yeti Mites to get the multi-mortar down. Actually, no, he's not even using a Flame Flinger. He's just setting up pathing. I figured he was going for the multi-mortar to set up for the Flame Flinger, but he's using a Log Launcher. Very interesting to use the Earthquake and the Log Launcher and then immediately Overgrowth. So he's not even going to get any value out of these logs except for opening the wall. So I'm really not sure what the point of that Overgrowth was. That's really odd. Okay. Kind of wasted the Earthquake too by using the Overgrowth. Sure. I don't know why he did that. It wears off as the Log Launcher does move in. So he's going to Rage and Clone into the Town Hall compartment. I don't even know what all he cloned. I think Root Riders got in the mix there just as the Yetis came out of the Log Launcher. So it's kind of hard to tell what got cloned. The Hook Tower pulling in Root Riders one by one. The Ice Golems on defense freezing things up. Man, that Hook Tower is going to town on these Root Riders. It's going to grab another one. Yoink. Oh, it's going to go for a Yeti next. Here we go. Yoink. He does get the Town Hall taken down. Man, that Hook Tower is popping off. What's it going to yoink next? The RC? That's not good. The Electro Boots are bad for your health, buddy. And down it goes. Finally, the Hook Tower goes down, but it yoinked a lot of troops out of there. My goodness. That's just comical. Alright. That's pretty much all of his army out of the core of the base. We just have the King and the Queen left. We do have an Ice Golem in the bag, so we could use the back-end Ice Golem, but he's got a lot to get through, so I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough. We do have a Wall Breaker still to use, which might come in handy. I don't even know. He's already popped the King and Queen, or not the King, but the Queen's ability. So he's got a Spiky Ball in the bag. He actually put the Ice Golem in on the left side, so it's not even going to freeze for the heroes. He used it to tank for the Super Barbs. I think is he just going for percentage? I mean, they needed a 3-star percentage. It doesn't even matter at this point. Unless they get a 1-star defense, they're done. Can he push through for the 3? No, he's out of time. I wasn't even watching the clock. Nice try to Mask. Nice try to Dizzy. But now it is time for Boom Academy to put this one away. They just need a 50% 2-star. It's like Dizzy might be the first team to go home in the finals. Like I said, I don't know what it is about these community tournaments. The pro teams just don't really seem to care as much anyway. Oh, I think I just realized what's happening with the Boom Academy cameras. So that one that I was confused about earlier, it's like they're using Discord cams and then broadcasting the Discord cams to Google Meets. But it's all being done on one account. That's silly. I don't know why we don't just use Discord cams anyway. I feel like it'd be way easier and way better. But that's just me, I guess. But here we go. We got Kanara. I just messed that up. There we go. I think I fixed it. So I believe this is Kanara's cam. Here we go. Got double Overgrowth in here for this Root Rider attack. We got Invis, Fireball in for that compartment on that corner. Able to get everything out of that corner taken down except for that cannon, which stays alive by like 1 HP. That Queen's also barely hanging on. She got hit directly by that Fireball. Surprised she stays alive too. But the hard mode Fireball doesn't hit quite as hard. Here we go. Brute Riders are in. Full send. All he needs to do is get one tap on that cannon and it's gonna go down. But in the meantime, I mean, that cannon's getting a lot of shots in. Finally, look at that. It goes down to the Electro Boots. I thought it was gonna go down to the Wall Breaker. I was getting excited there. That would have been funny. But the Electro Boots got there first. We got the Overgrowth on the right side of the base. We got a lot of troops moving down towards the bottom. Alright, a lot of troops moving through the core. It's going to be kind of an awkward split. He's got troops going up, troops going to the right. Everything's going kind of everywhere. Man, you just got to get a 50% 2-star. That's a little interesting to overgrowth the Town Hall early. I mean, I know the idea is to keep that damage off of the troops, but you also want to make sure that it goes down, because the last thing you want to do is risk a 1-star attack here. But there he goes. Pops that RC's ability. That should be plenty to get the Town Hall taken down. He's not going to have to worry about that anymore. And there we go. Town Hall secured. One more building, and Boom Academy will be moving on in this tournament. They take down Dizzy. Now the question is, can they finish this up with a 3-star? I doubt it. I don't think so. I think the entry for this attack was just so awkward that there was no way this was going to work. His troops split up way too much, and they all died out very quickly. Nice try to Kanara, but he got what he needed. Good try, good try. Percentage will be low, but I think he was just going for that 2-star. Which is why I was surprised he overgrowth the Town Hall early, but it worked out. It worked out. I would have been scared. The King is going crazy with the snakes up there. This percentage is actually climbing up way more than I thought it was going to. He's getting into the 80s. That Queen's hanging on by a thread. Finally gets squished. I thought this was going to be like a 70-75% attack. But those heroes just kept on pushing. If he had had the pathing, like the initial pathing, better, this would have been a 3-star all day. But that initial pathing definitely killed it. Good try. Alright. Boom Academy takes the win. We pay out some channel points. And we will fire up the next match. So next up we have Electros JP versus Only Badzinger. Alright, next prediction is live. Oh wait, the next one's in Discord? Alright, we're not doing cameras anymore. This is too much of a hassle. That's too much. Alright, let's get into the next clan. I did grab, well, shout out to Style for grabbing the clan tags earlier, otherwise this would also be quite a hassle. So, let's see. Alright, Electros JP. It's good to see them doing well in a community tournament. So I feel like this is an underrated team, but they just have they've had some struggles. And there we go. Request has been sent. You did give away scenery yesterday. You won earlier here. I see. Very nice. Speaking of which, I still have... Let me see how many of those I still have. Always asks me my age every time I log in. It's to the point where I just select a random number. It doesn't even matter. Alright, how many sceneries do I have? It looks like I have one left. I have one left. Should we do a scenery giveaway? Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll do a scenery giveaway. Alright. Predictions are live. We are waiting to get into the clan. What's all this up here? Alright, making sure I wasn't rejected. Getting some defenses. Is anybody even using event troops? Like, what the heck is all this? Hey, somebody's using the soccer guys. Where are the broom witches at? That's actually kind of interesting. Nobody's using the event troops. There we go. There's somebody. And go figure, it's a 3-star. Imagine that. I think there's actually a good chance that there's a lot of people who don't even know the event troops are there. Because I was confused about the event when it started. It's not super clear when you go in here that event troops are available. Especially if you just have your army trained. People don't really change their army that often. They didn't do a very good job of implementing this event. What's all this? Why do I have 15 things in here? Oh, we got stuff to claim. I haven't been in here in a little bit. I need to grind this event on my little accounts too. So we'll be doing a lot of that tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll stream the rest of the finals for PCL. And then after that we're going to do like a long farming session. Today I can't do it. It'll just be tournament matches today. Oh yeah, let me split my recording too. But yep, tomorrow we'll be on that grind, and probably Monday as well. So I won't be at work on Monday. Nice little 3-day weekend. Of course to you. Let's see, how are we looking over here? Oh, I didn't even see Sean's message earlier. He said you get 2x Dark Elixir in the Rush event starting Monday. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. That'll make it even easier. Maybe Monday we start the big grind. I'll make sure we verify that as well. Not that I don't believe Sean. I just want to double check. But I need to get my heroes upgrading. I haven't upgraded a single hero during the Unlimited Heroes event. And they're going to be like, oh, nobody's using it. So we won't do that anymore. How long is that event even on for? 3 more days? So they did it for, what, a week? I think that's the biggest issue with the Unlimited Heroes is, like, you get enough time for 1 hero upgrade. That's it. Ah, yep, I see it down there. It says Hero Rush Boost. Nice. I'm still gonna grind tomorrow, though. We'll still do a long stream tomorrow. We need to get some YouTube videos, too, and they still haven't accepted me into Team Electros. They're gonna make me search for the other clan. Who are they playing? Bad Zinger. Alright, we'll search the other clan. 2Q CRC. PUQ. Alright, we have requested to both clans. We shall see if we can get in. Okay. We're just waiting to get in. We'll get there, I suppose. Am I going to the right one? Let me double check. Yeah, okay. Your clan's at 19 million? Yeah, you should have no problems then. Alright, there we go, we got in. Cool. There we go. Take a look at the lineups here. Then probably do a Legends attack. But for Electros JP, we got Sahara, NYU, Arl, Chihuahua. I feel like I should be able to read number 5. But I'm not going to make myself look stupid, so I'm not going to attempt it. I have been studying some Japanese, but I'm not there yet. For only Badsinger, we got Demo, Ninja, Sean, Dima, and Indy. And Scribbles? No. Scribbles is Arabic. Welcome in, Jethro. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. Also, I saw your picture. I forgot to message back, but very nice. I'm so ready for hunting season. Oh, yeah. Alright. I think I've done all the things I need to do. We split the recording. We got predictions going. We're just ready to roll. We're ready. I don't know who attacks first. By the looks of the Discord, it looks like Badzinger hits first. So we will go over here. We'll take a look at the bracket yet again. I'll just pre-apologize for the super weird ads. They're not super weird right now, but they will be. They will be. Oh yeah, everything changed now. Actually, I can make it so we don't even have to see the ads. Let me fix this whole thing. I forgot because I got rid of the player cams. Now, if I can click on it, that'd be superb. There we go. I can just hide the ads. That's the wrong button. There we go. Refresh. So we have Dizzy versus Boom Academy. I guess this isn't getting updated at the moment. I'm sure it will at some point. But we got Dizzy versus Boom Academy here. Boom Academy won, so they'll be playing next match. And now we got Electros JP versus Only Badzinger. Whoever wins this will also play in the next match. And then this will be the last lower bracket match for today. So we'll watch this match, and then we'll end the day on this match. So how many matches for tomorrow? Seems like it's shorter. Oh, it is shorter. It's only 3 matches tomorrow. Alright. Well, we had 7 matches total. 4 for today, 2 for tomorrow. I like it. And then for those who are coming in late, this is the prize pool as well. You've lived in Japan for the longest time. It was Scribbles. Fair enough. That's pretty cool. I'd like to visit Japan. Hopefully, I'd like to do it next spring if I can. But it's a pricey trip. You were set up for coyotes, and he walked right up on Sharon. Nice. There we go. Alright, we got about 30 seconds. Lived on mainland and Okinawa. Loved both the experiences. Very cool. Yeah, seems like a pretty cool place to visit. And I've seen videos of some hiking trails. That's kind of the main reason I want to go. 'Cause they got some incredible trails, especially out, like, not on Mount Fuji, but near it. I think that'd be really cool as well. 6.5 years total. Very cool. Yeah, I know we have a pretty strong military presence in Japan. Alright, whenever they are ready, they can go in with the first attack of the match. Oh, it's not going to be Badzinger. It is going to be Electros JP. Here we go. Yeah, NYU coming in. Warden Walk from the bottom side of the base. Is it going to be a fireball? No, it is not. Just another Warden Walk with a blimp to the town hall. Quick little Yeti bomb with a rage. Okay. We don't actually see Yeti bombs like this super often anymore. But we're going to be able to get the monolith. Should be able to get the town hall as well, and we do. Those raged up Yeti mites are no joke. It's really hard to fail a raged Yeti bomb on the town hall. It's really, really hard to defend against something like that. Nearly impossible. Because like I said, those raged up Yeti mites, they just do so much. Oh, look at that rocket balloon. Almost slapped that warden out of existence. He's still going down. Pops the ability. It gets forced. He was taking damage. He must have been hit by a fire mite or something. Because he was ticking damage over time there for a bit. Oof. So no warden ability for NYU. This is going to be off to a bit of a rocky start. Might as well have done a fireball. Alright, well, here we go. Everything's in. The Root Rider's opening up the walls. Queen's pushing in. We do have the Crusher Mortar. He's going to freeze it. King walking the outside of the base with his snakes. Going to get a funnel going. Keep the troops inside. Royal Champion getting through the multi-Inferno Tower on the left. The Root Riders are thinning out significantly. This would be a great time for a Warden's ability, but he's already lost it. There's a heal on the back end of the base, though. Trying to heal up that last Root Rider, but the Prince is going to take it out anyway. Now the Queen's going down to the Prince. Pops her ability. Got the Giant coming out to help. Does he have enough left over? I'm not sure if he's got enough power to get through the rest of this base. The RC's popped her ability. Luckily, she's got the Fox making her go invisible. Otherwise, she was getting taken out by that gear tower. She's hanging back, throwing the rocket spear, getting through some of these Teslas, doing a little bit of picking them off. Here we go, into the back end. That Overgrowth's going to be wearing off shortly. No more Root Riders to open up these walls. It's down to the Giant to try to open things up, but I think the Queen's already dead anyway. The King's coming through. He's low, and this one is looking like it's going to be a big defense for only Badzinger. Nice try to NYU, but man, losing that Warden ability really hurt. That really hurt. It's almost like it's a kind of a core piece of the attack. Jeez. Never been to Japan, but love to visit someday. Same. Fuji is awesome. They brand your hiking stick at different points of the climb. Oh, if you're climbing Fuji itself? That's really cool. One thing you wish you'd done was the Ice Festival in Hokkaido. I'll have to look that up. I don't think I've ever heard of it. I'm trying to plan a trip to go in the spring, so I can be there for the Sakura. But I mean, I would imagine that I would try to go back again for different seasons. But like I said, it's just, I gotta get that YouTube money going so I can go to Japan. It's a very expensive trip. Good morning, Snake. Welcome in. Alright, let's see if Badzinger can take advantage of the big defense. But yeah, I am currently studying Japanese, because if I do go, I'd like to be able to at least read and speak a little bit. Plus, if any of these Japanese teams make it to Atlanta, that'd be cool if I could have like a basic conversation in Japanese with some of them. But we'll see if I can get to that point in this short amount of time. It's a tough one. It's a very difficult language. There we go. Demo is in. First invis for the RC charge. He's going straight in for the town hall. Once again, we got the ice block. Oh, that fox. Yikes. That fox just got absolutely slapped by the town hall. And it is already dead. We got another invis for the RC. And he's just going back-to-back invis anyway. Probably would have been better off just to take the Phoenix on the RC. But he's got the Phoenix on the Prince, and that might be better. Got the Furnace with the poison. Rocket balloon coming out. Earthquake in the core. Going to work his way through the Fire Spitter. It's going to be the main thing here for the Dragons. Get through the multi-Inferno Tower as well. There we go. Next invis is down. So I only got one left after that one. I don't think he's going to get much else of value here. He's going to go ahead and drop it in. Gets through the mortar. Gets some damage on the Ricochet Cannon. It's actually getting some damage on the Monolith as well from the boots, but The builder hut heals it right back up, so it doesn't even matter. Got the king and the siege barracks on that left side, and then dragons from the bottom. Here we go. What are the rocket balloons chasing, actually? I don't know what he had that was a ground troop on that right side. But there's the ice block with the lava hound trick. Takes that initial damage away from the dragons. They don't have to worry about that. There's the tornado trap as well. It's going to spin that lava hound around for a little bit. We're still hanging on to the warden's ability. 3 rocket balloons still in the bag. There's the warden's ability popping off. Dragons pushing in towards the fire spitter. Get that taken care of. Obviously, they don't have to worry about the other one because the RC already took care of that. King beating on a wall, still making his way back up. Looks like we have furnaces out of the clan castle. Alright, Prince moving into the core of the base. We still have that monolith being very annoying, but the Prince ability should be able to slow it down here. Is he going to pop it? Beautiful. That's a great Prince ability there. Slows down lots of these defenses. But we still have that multi-archer tower on the right side, absolutely demolishing the dragons. Oof, that's unfortunate. King on the top side of the base, gets through the ricochet cannon, pops the ability, spiky ball bouncing around. Still have snakes, P.E.K.K.A. up on the top side, but this army is thinning out quickly. Prince rather, going down to Phoenix. And it looks like it's going to be a defense. This attack was looking good, but man, the dragons, they just, they got thinned out so fast. Good try, good try. You saw the short, they do rent a girlfriend thing. I've seen that as well. Rent an English-speaking girlfriend and make her your guide throughout Japan. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. I'll send you some pics. Alright, sounds good. Okinawa in August is fun. Alright, we're all tied up at 2 stars apiece. The percentage is in favor of only Banzinger, but by just a little bit. By 3 buildings, right? 82 to 85. It is indeed 3 buildings. It's not a big lead. It's unusual, both teams hitting in the 80s to start things off. Alright. Turn off that fan. It's crazy what a difference that makes in the sound levels. It's so loud. There we go. Now we're just waiting for the next attack, which can go in at any time now. Whenever they are ready. Here we go. Arl is in. Ooh, a Super Yeti smash. That's the first one of these we've seen today. Let's see how it goes. Starting off with that Warden on the bottom side of the base. No Fireball, just a Warden charge, Warden walk on the outside. No Angry Jelly either. That's... we've been seeing a lot of Angry Jellies with the Warden walk, but this time it's just going to be the Sneezy. Help keep these healers protected. Okay. The Royal Champion's in, not wasting any time. That Warden's going to be taking a lot of damage, but there's the Rage. There's the Recall on the RC. He only got a couple of buildings with her, but he was setting up for the Flame Flinger on that right side. The setup for this attack is really interesting. We'll see if it works. Flame Flinger's going to start firing off. Just trying to get this Expo out of the way for the Flame Flinger as well. But this Warden's just taking so much time to actually get to it and get it taken down. There, look at the damage on the Warden. Could be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Ice Golem, though. Hits a Spring Trap, which is actually good because it freezes up that multi-archer tower that was getting a bunch of damage on that Warden with the Expo. But now the Expo drops. The Warden will be good to go. There's another Ice Golem, and here we go with the Super Yetis. Get the Queen in the mix. We got the balloons over the top. Full send from the back side of the base. He even snuck in a couple of furnaces on the other side. I didn't even see that. We got a couple of furnaces there on that left side helping to do a little bit of funneling. The RC comes back in over there as well. So she'll move in, take out some of these defenses. Alright. Rocket Balloons out of the defensive clan castle, doing some damage to these troops. These healers need to step up. There we go. Move up to these Yetis. Make sure they're staying healthy through the middle of the base. Ice Golems on defense, freezing things up. Look at that. The healers are actually doing a great job here. You can see the health bars of these Yetis going right back up as they move in towards the core. And there's the Warden's ability, keeping everything protected as they push into the Town Hall compartment. Lots of hero damage coming in, but it doesn't matter. The Warden's ability is there. However, the healers switched back off the Yetis and to the Warden. Now they're moving back up to the Yetis. They need to stay on these Yetis, because if those Yetis are dead, that's going to be not a good time. And, well, goodbye Yetis. They all just vanished out of the core of the base. Does he have enough to get through the rest of this? I'm not even sure. Flameflinger's still going for now on the right side. The Queen still has her ability. She'll be able to get through the Ricochet Cannon on the left. Down goes the Multi-Inferno Tower. We got a few cleanup troops on the right side as well. Still has a Barbarian. Might as well just go ahead and drop it in. I'll be waiting for that Multi-Mortar to go down. Queen's ability has been used. She's got the Giant there to hopefully help get through some walls. He's not going to have enough to get this. That Mortar... not the Mortar, the Gear Tower and the Monolith are going to be a bit too much. And the Super Minions don't even go for the Monolith with their long shots, unfortunately. Very nice try to Arl, but this one is not going to get it done. He's going to fall just a little short on this one. And time's wrapping up as well, so that's going to limit his percentage too. Otherwise, this would be like a 95% attack. Good try, good try. 89%. Man, another 80-something percent. Jeez. Am I invited to Worlds? No. I'm not a super creator, and they only invite super creators. But I am going to Worlds. It's, they're doing it in the USA this year, and it's really close to me. Well, it's not really close to me, but it's close enough that I'm going to drive. It's going to be like, probably a 12-hour drive. It says 11 hours on Google Maps, but it also doesn't account for me, like, stopping for gas and stuff, so... It'll be about 12 to 13-hour drive, which isn't too bad. I'm going to stream the drive, by the way. I'm planning on streaming it. So that'll be fun. But here we go. We have the next attack from Bad Zinger. None of these teams have been able to hit 90% in any of these attacks. See if this is the attack that can get it done. Maybe go for that 3-star. We'll see. Starting off with, this is the first time we've seen this trick today. We've seen it a lot last weekend. The Queen charge, Warden charge, with the Angry Jelly on the Queen. Uses the Invis to keep the damage off the Queen. Uses the Recall to pull them out of there. The Headhunter going for the healers, though, is not good. But luckily, the Headhunter will switch targets here shortly. Get that damage back off of the healers. We got the Fire Mites coming out, too. Now, that's what you really don't want to hit your healers. It only takes one Fire Mite to kill a whole group of healers. But there we go. We got the Crusher Mortar going off. We got the Overgrowth in the core of the base. Keeping everything protected. Barbarian King coming in from the outside of the base. Royal Champion back in the mix as well. Alright, it is officially full send into the base. That Tesla is going to be very annoying on that left side. The King actually didn't get it taken down. There we go. Finally, it drops to the Royal Champion. But it's still going to kind of push all these troops to the outside. The Overgrowth wears off. Gigabomb goes off. It's already used the Warden's ability. It's up to the healers to get things healed back up. Alright, down goes the Town Hall. Troops will continue pushing through. The pathing's actually not looking too bad here. Kind of need things to go more to the right, though, so we can get these Ricochet Cannons out of the way. He's going to go with another Overgrowth over here, which is a good call. We've actually kind of switched back to a Queen charge. All the troops on the left side are dead. So all those troops went down. This is not looking good. This is not looking good for ND. Sneezy's popping off. Queen's taking a lot of damage. Still has King ability and RC ability. I don't know if that's enough to save it, though. He still has so much left to get through, especially these Ricochet Cannons. They're going to be brutal. He's got a freeze. So the Queen will be able to take care of one of these cannons. But he's still going to have the other one to deal with, as well as that Prince. What was that freeze for? I don't know what that freeze was for. That's unfortunate. So he just kind of wasted a freeze there. Royal Champion Rocket Spear coming through. Down goes the Multi-Inferno Tower. But the defending Prince Monolith combo is kind of gross as well. Yeah, this is just too much. Good try to ND. Spiky ball bouncing around. He'll be able to pick up a few more buildings. The percentage will be decent. Can we actually cross 90% this time? He might be able to. I don't know. I think his biggest issue with that's going to be beating walls. Rocket balloons from the right side. He should be able to get 90, though. King's still walking the outside. Snakes are getting triggered by that monolith. Oh my goodness, look how many snakes the King still had left. Holy cow. What in the world? He had like all of his snakes still left. But he is not going to be able to cross 90% as the clock ticks down. Nice try to ND, but another 80-something% attack. This is a low-scoring match. Sheesh. Driving, take the bus. I don't even think there is a bus that goes from here to Atlanta. That'd be crazy. I would much rather drive. I'd actually be down for a short flight, but the nice thing about driving is I'll have my vehicle in Atlanta so I can go do things without needing an Uber. What would be the best is if we had trains. Now that's something that I think Europe does really well that I wish the USA did more of. Now, to be fair, the USA is much bigger than Europe, but that'd be really cool if we had a train system for passenger trains. I know there's some, but I can't really just get on a train and go wherever. US don't have trains? Not really. They're very rare. We have like cargo trains. We have a lot of those, but not really passenger trains. It's not really a thing. Alright, here we go. We got Chihuahua in with the next attack. That Warden taking a lot of damage early on. Again, it is not a fireball. It's going to be that queen charge again. Okay, there's the recall. That was a really short one. Holy cow. Alright. I don't know why he pulled her out so fast. He still had 2 invis left. I don't know if something was about to go wrong or what. But there we go. Everything's back in on the right side of the base. Maybe the Warden was taking too much damage and he panicked. It is hard to say, but we got the King coming in for the Town Hall area. But that King held these healers in place and the Town Hall is taking them all down. This attack is already in shambles. What is going on? Man, these teams are struggling. Maybe they just have OP bases. The King gets the Town Hall secured. The overgrowth in the core of the base, keeping a lot of things covered up. Sure. Alright. Rocket balloons flying out. Still the ice golems walking around the top side of the base. There's the Warden's ability coming in relatively late, but he still has quite a few troops left alive in the core. There's the overgrowth on the left side. Actually feels a little early. There's not really a lot of stuff in range of those defenses. Alright. Rocket Spear from the Royal Champions flying through. This is a wonky attack. We'll see how high the percentage goes. Sometimes these wonky attacks actually push through for a lot. Like that one earlier that I thought was going to be a 70% attack ended up in the 90s. There's an invis for the RC. The RC charge is looking phenomenal. I don't think it was really intentional, but there we go. Down goes the multi-Inferno Tower. Down goes the Royal Champion. See how much more he can get. He's obviously not going to triple, but this is going to be the lowest percentage attack of the day, I think. There's 76. He's not even going to hit 80. Yeah, something went wrong right at the start of the attack. I'm not even sure what it was. But he recalled that push really early. And then lost the healers pretty much immediately afterwards. Good try to Chihuahua, but a big defense for only Badzinger. He must have accidentally dropped the recall instead of the invis. I bet that's what happened. You're probably right. Because he still had 2 invis left and the queen just got started and he recalled. It was like... But yeah, I bet he did. Imagine having a non-car-centric infrastructure, right? Yeah, they try to say that we're the country of freedom, but we don't even have the freedom of choice between train or car. We might as well be communists. The funny thing about that is the communist countries have more trains than we do. But yeah, it'd be really cool if I could just hop on a train and go to, like, whatever state I wanted to. We need to make trains great again. But knowing some of the cities in the US, the trains would probably get really nasty really fast. Especially any of the trains that go through the big cities. There isn't a big city in the US that isn't a shithole. Sorry, but it's true. If you're gonna visit the US, don't go to a big city. If you're visiting the US for Worlds this year, and you're going to Atlanta, I'll just apologize in advance. We apologize for Atlanta. It's a shithole. And I've only been to the airport. Here we go. I just know. I've lived here long enough to know what the big cities are like. Alright, here we go. We got Dima with the next attack. The Yeti on the left side of the base. Royal Champion getting through the multi-archer tower. Get the air defense, get the expo scatter shot. It's going to invis on that right side to push the RC back to the left. She'll go to the Tesla and then back down for the fire spitter. Alright, can Dima get the first triple of the day? We'll do a percentage check after this, but after that last defense, I'm sure Badzinger will likely have the percentage lead, unless Dima has some sort of big mishap here. But as of now, everything is going as planned. Next invis, there's the Town Hall shots coming in. Like I said earlier, those Town Hall shots come in super quick. If you don't have that RC covered up with an invis, very fast, but it doesn't do too much damage this time around. It didn't even hit the Fox, it doesn't look like. Not that it matters, he doesn't have a recall. He actually really didn't even need the Fox on this attack. But down goes the Royal Champion, drops a poison for the Furnace out of the defensive clan castle. Nice value from the Royal Champion. Now it's down to the Dragons. We got a Siege Barracks and an Archer Queen from the top side of the base. And we got the Dragons from the right. A couple of them offset so they can do a little bit of funneling. Make sure the main group stays down the middle, at least as much as possible. There we go, pushing right on in for that scatter shot. Get that taken care of. Got to get through this defending Prince. He can be very annoying, but pops the Warden's ability. So the Prince is not doing any damage here, and down he goes. That one sweeper is going to be a bit annoying, though. The sweepers can actually put a big damper on these dragon attacks. Just pushing them back, especially over top of this defending king. Oh, the sweeper actually changed directions there. So that gave the dragons a little bit of extra time on the right side to get that king taken down so they can continue pushing through. Got a few rocket balloons from the bottom side. We had the Ice Hound down there. I think the Ice Hound might have been a little bit too early, but it does freeze things up for a moment. Yeah, that Ice Hound was super early. I don't even know which way he threw that in from. I didn't see it go in. But it froze things up way before the dragons even got down there. Alright, he's low on dragons. That scatter shot's popping off. Down goes the last dragon to the fire spitter. Now it's up to the Prince and the Queen. Prince still has Phoenix. He's got this. Dima coming through. Finally getting a 3-star on the board. The first one of the match. And that's going to put Badzinger in a strong position in this war. Nicely done. Demolished it. Alright, we're all tied up. Or not tied up, sorry. We both have 3 attacks on the board. 7 to 6, 54.2 to 49.8. We'll take you to the nicer parts of town. Alright, sounds good, Jethro. You can show me the nicer parts of Atlanta. But I've heard things about Atlanta, so it's like, this will be fun. Alright, Electros. They gotta get something going here. They are falling behind. You should have said nicer part. Yeah, Columbus is a weird one too, because there's like nice parts of Columbus, but you could literally go around the corner from a really nice like block in Columbus and you'll be in a ghetto with boarded up windows. It's crazy how fast you can go from nice to bad and then back to nice and back to bad. It's crazy. I hate Columbus. I hate it. And I'm there too often. Alright, here we go. We got Sahara in with the next attack. They have got to get a triple. If they don't get something going on offense here, it just might be game over for them. And whoever loses this match is eliminated. The Royal Champion's pushing in. He did drop the Earthquake spell into the core of the base. Alright, Town Hall does get a shot in. Invis for the bottom side, trying to push her into the Town Hall. Drops in the next Invis. Gigabomb goes off. The Fox is dead. Pops the RC's ability. The haste gonna make her go quickly, but she's just going quickly to the Clan Castle troops, and she's going away from the Town Hall. He wanted to get the Town Hall down with the Royal Champion. This attack is already going off the rails, And this is not what Electros JP needed. She's chasing the Fire Mite. He drops the recall, but she's already dead. Oh my goodness. This attack is already a disaster. Yikes. Wasted the recall, lost the Royal Champion, losing their hopes and dreams of winning the PCL Championship. I don't think he can even save this at this point. Hard mode is unforgiving with mistakes, and that was a big one. That was a big one. And there we go. We got the Root Riders in. Down goes the Town Hall. He's going to try to pick up as much as he can. See if there's any chance they can get a big defense and potentially get themselves back into it. But we'll see. Down goes the Fire Spitter. Overgrowth on the right side of the base. King still pushing through. Queen's still there following up as well. He still has the King and Queen abilities. He's got a handful of rocket balloons still in the bag that can help out potentially on the back end. Maybe for that gear tower. Needs that Overgrowth to wear off so that Monolith can get taken down by these troops. But these Root Riders are moving very slowly through these buildings. Queen's actually coming back around to help out with the Roots. That's a good thing there. That'll help out quite a bit. Pops the King's ability. Spiky Ball bouncing around. Gets rid of some of these Teslas, which means he can direct target the gear tower on the bottom side. Down it goes. Finally getting troops onto the Monolith as well. It's going to be able to take the Monolith down. Still has the Queen's ability in the bag. It's actually looking pretty decent considering how this attack started. Can he actually save this for a triple? If he triples this attack, that's actually insane. He's got the Root Riders pushing in. He's got the back compartment opened up. He's got to pop that Queen's ability soon because he only gets so much time with the cloned up Queens anyway. And there we go. He does pop that Queen's ability. The clones come out. The Giant comes out to help. That Ricochet Cannon popping off. The Giant going down very quickly. Super Barbs on the right side go down as well. This one is going to be a defense, but what's sad about it is if he hadn't lost the RC, this absolutely would have been a 3-star. This was so close to a triple that if the RC hadn't died early, this definitely would have been a 3. That's so unfortunate for Sahara. Very nice try, but another big defense for Bad Zinger. Good try, good try. You hate big cities? Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I don't mind visiting smaller cities, but I don't even like living in a small city. I live in a place with no neighbors, and that is where I like to be. That's where I like to live. Last time I lived in town, I moved back to, a couple years ago, I moved back to the city that I actually grew up in. And it's so much worse than when I lived there as a kid. Literally crackheads screaming in the middle of the street at 4 a.m. waking me up out of a dead sleep. Shit like that. It's like, no. I can't do this. You're the same? Yeah. Once you move out of the city, it's really, really hard to go back. And I won't. I refuse. Alright, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking Bad Zinger just attacked for some reason. No. Bad Zinger just got a big defense. Now we got Ninja for the next attack. For only Bad Zinger, they're looking good in this match. I think a high percentage 2-star pretty much puts this away. See how Ninja does. Electros crossing their fingers and toes for a big defense. I don't know that they're going to get it, though. We'll see. Alright, Royal Champion moving up through the scatter shot. She'll move on to the Expo next. No, she will not. He's going to make it invisible and push her into the core. Next invis going down. Continuing on to the multi-Inferno Tower. Turn that fan back on. Alright. Next invis, get through the Expo, moving into the multi-Inferno in the core. Drops in the Earthquake in the next invis. Popped her ability, the haste, making her go quickly. Gets through the Monolith. This charge is looking good. There's the last invis, able to get the Monolith taken down. And that's going to be the last building for the Royal Champion. She'll get some damage onto the multi. She actually triggers the Tornado Trap. Very nice. That's going to be something you won't have to worry about later on. We got a Thunder Chicken from 12 o'clock. Going to do some funneling up there with the chains. Look at that chain value from that Electro Dragon. Holy cow. It went all the way to the Poison Tower with that first shot. Can it do it again? Yes, it can. Nice. I like that. Those buildings are just lined up perfectly. If only the Electro Dragon did more damage. But there we go. We got the dragons coming in. They'll finish up the job. Get through these buildings on that initial push. And then there's not a whole lot they have to worry about, except for these sweepers and fire spitters. That's kind of nasty on the very back end. We do also have the Archer Queen from the left with the Siege Barracks troops. And then she will probably be responsible for picking up that Town Hall. Baby Dragon on the right side of the base. Going to keep these dragons inside. Okay, I like it. Still have Prince ability, still have Queen ability, of course. He's got the wall break for the Queen on that left side. So that'll give that Queen access to the Town Hall to make sure the 1-star is not going to be an issue. Or a possibility, I should say. Super Minions coming out, helping out with these storages. Get rid of the Hero Hall. Prince ability going off. That's a nice Prince ability, too. It covers up the Fire Spitter, covers up the Air Defense, Multi-Archer Tower. Dragons are still looking decent. Gets through the air defense, gets through the Town Hall, it goes down, and this is looking like it's going to be a 3-star for Ninja. If he can pull this all the way through for 3 stars, that is absolutely game over. It might be anyway, just on the percentage. But either way, very nicely done to Ninja. The Prince has gone down to Phoenix, but he's going to grab the Fire Spitter before he's out of the picture. And there we go. Fire Spitter goes down. It's just a few buildings left to go. The only thing that could stop him now is going to be time. Down goes the Ricochet Cannon. He's got to get through the storage and the multi-Inferno Tower. Can he finish this off for a triple? I don't know if he can. It's going to be just a little too much. It's going to fall short at 99%. Good try. Yep, time fail. But going into the last round of attacks, Madzinger up by a star, and they're up by a mile on percentage. Let's see. 74 to 67.4. That is a big difference. So Electros absolutely have to triple for even a little bit of a chance to win this match. For any little hope that remains. Let's see. Here we go. Warden from the bottom. Another Warden walk. Oh, it's going to be a Fireball this time. See, I stopped predicting Fireball, and now it's a Fireball. He did something on the left side to trigger the Town Hall. I didn't even see what it was. And took out the Poison Tower. Probably rocket balloons, if I had to guess. But now the Town Hall, look at the damage on the Warden. My goodness. Oh, that Warden got low. Man, Electros JP cannot afford another big mishap right at the start of an attack. Luckily, this time it's not going to be the case. Right? I think he should be fine. He's just going to Warden walk through the Town Hall and then do the Fireball towards the core. Okay. There we go. Town Hall finally goes down. There we go with the Invis. Fireball to the middle of the base. Double Earthquake takes out the Inferno Tower, the Clan Castle, and the Ricochet Cannon. And then here we go with the Root Riders from the right side of the base. Full send. Flameflinger on that left side is going to take care of some of those buildings, including that other Fire Spitter. Hopefully. That's the idea, anyway. Got the Barbarian King on the far right side of the base. The Ice Golem hitting a Spring Trap, getting tossed immediately. Queen supporting the Barbarian King. Root Riders pushing in. Okay. It's got the... Oh, the Ice Block. Okay. That's interesting. Wasn't really expecting that. The King's gonna dip back out to the outside. I guess that gave them a little bit of time to get some cleanup going on the right side of the base to make sure these troops continue pushing in towards the middle, towards that monolith anyway. Gotta be able to get that out of the way. We got a heal spell leading into the monolith. He still has so many spells left over. He still has an Overgrowth. There's a Freeze. Still has an Invis and a Skelly spell as well. Still has a lot to work with. He should be able to make this work for a 3-star. There's not really a whole lot of base left. And the Flameflinger's still alive. It's still pretty healthy. It's at half health. So that Flameflinger's putting in some work. Poison Tower goes down. The Flameflinger's going to open up to the enemy Queen, though. Everything's still pushing across the top side of the base. I think he might be out of Root Riders. So it's really just down to the heroes at this point. But we got Super Minions coming out of the Flameflinger. Got through the enemy Queen. Actually, I think his Queen did that. Royal Champion gets through the Multi-Archer Tower. Down goes the Scatter Shot. He's got this. This is going to be a 3-star all day long. But is it going to be enough for Electros? Because the 3-star is not good enough. They also need a big defense. But nicely done to number 5. It is a 3-star finally for Electros JP. But they cannot win on percentage. Badzinger just needs a 50% 2-star. And they will win the match. Actually, a 50% might be low enough. I don't know what percent they need. But they just need like a reasonable 2-star. So Electros are counting on either super low percentage or 1-star. Which is not incredibly likely, but it is possible. Sean's the last attacker. I realized that like none of my timers for Nightbot seem to be working. Never mind, I scroll up just a little and there's one. Interesting. Might need to tweak them a little. Because they do work, but they're not coming in super frequently. There we go, we got Sean in with the next attack for Badzinger. Ooh, we've seen this base before. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. I think we've seen this base last weekend, actually. I can't remember what team was running it. We got the regular golem there, this time with the Queen Warden charge. What do we even call this? Like an angry jelly charge? I don't even know. It's a neat little trick, though, that people have started using. Maybe I should try this in normal mode and see how it does. Usually, though, we see this with Root Riders, but this time, Sean's bringing in the Super Yetis. Okay, here we go. Super Yetis are in. Put the Queen and the Warden back in with the rest of the healers. Siege. Oh, the Siege Barracks goes straight to the couple of Teslas over here. That's a little unfortunate. Look at that. He's going to lose out on all these wizards. That Siege Barracks opens up immediately. Now we got Super Minions coming out to help. Whoops. Good Tesla farm there for this base. Alright. And not the end of the world, but also not super great to lose out on all those extra wizards to help support on that right side. Super Yeti still pushing across the top side of the base. The Queen takes the jump. She's going to lock down the Town Hall, so we get the 2-star in the bag. The 1-star was the main way. Hold on, the Queen gets distracted by the CC troops. I was going to say the 1-star is the main way that Electros could potentially win this match. The Queen does go back, though. She will secure the Town Hall. She did get distracted for a moment, but there we go. The 2 stars in the bag. He just needs a little more percentage, and it's looking good for Badzinger to win this match and move on in this tournament. King's ability goes off, Earthquake Boots, Spiky Ball going off, and this is going to be enough for only Badzinger. I don't think... Well, it could still be enough for a triple. Hold on, let's see what happens here. Because we still have the Super Yetis on the left side. We still have some Electromites as well. The RC does go down, but all the walls are open except for this one little cannon on the right side. Ricochet cannons going off. We got the defending king to get through. The Electromites are going to start popping off here. There we go. They're jumping out of that backpack. Actually, there wasn't really a whole lot left. I thought there was more than that. Yeah, this one's not going to be enough for a 3-star. Nice try to Sean, but it's enough for a victory for only Badzinger. They're going to be able to pick it up here on percentage. Which, considering how this matches went, I'm surprised it comes down to percentage. Because Electros did not have a good match. Those guys had full ride tickets for the struggle bus. Which I guess is why we don't see a lot of Electros JP. But good try to them. It's the end of the road. We have 2 more matches today. So the next match is going to be only Badzinger versus... I already forgot who won the last match. Boom Academy. Only Badzinger versus Boom Academy, and we don't even have to leave. There we go. I was zoomed in a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Then after this match, we do move to the upper bracket. It'll be the first and the only upper bracket match for today. I mean, it's the last upper bracket match, period. Because whoever wins that goes to the grand finals. Then that'll set us up for our matches tomorrow. But let's pay out predictions, split recording, all that good stuff. And we'll hang out right here. Pay out. I'm getting there. I didn't forget. Badzinger 1. Actually, that's a big payout. Or no, never mind it. I thought it was the other way around. Now, I will say, if only Badzinger is going to beat Boom Academy, they gotta kick it up a notch. 11 stars is not gonna get it done against Boom Academy. So, hopefully that was a good warm-up for Badzinger, but they're gonna have to bring it for the next match. Otherwise, I don't see how they could possibly beat Boom Academy. But we'll see what happens. We know only Badzinger are good. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I will be right back in just a moment. Is my music still on? Yeah, there it is. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, we got some Patreon bases ready. What is today? Yep, today's a Patreon base day for WBB. If anybody wants some bases, I probably shouldn't be shouting out WBB while streaming a tournament sponsored by a different base building org. Oh well. Here we go with the next match. We'll take a look at the lineups. We got Kanara, Neon 7, Sup Meow, and Ashen 1 versus Demo, Ninja, Sean, Dima, and Indy. Alright. Now, Badzinger could potentially be a golden ticket team by the time all the tickets are handed out. They've been playing pretty well in the qualifiers. So they're up there as a very strong contender. We'll see what happens. Let's do a Legends attack or 2 or 3. Where'd my witches go? My broom witches. My uwu witches, as I call them. Inconsistent? True. But, same for Tribe Gaming. Did Tribe get a golden ticket? I've already forgotten who the golden ticket teams are. I think this button will tell me. I was gonna say, if we look at golden ticket teams that are inconsistent, Tribe's there, so... Yep, they got one last month. Tribe's one of the most inconsistent teams in Clash of Clans. The stars just happened to align for them last month. I'm excited for this month's qualifiers. Is it next weekend? I don't remember if it's next weekend or the weekend after. Do they have a schedule on here? Oh, yeah. Wait. Monthly finals. Ah, dang. We gotta wait. It's not next weekend. It's not until the 30th. That's a shame. Carry Esports, the underdogs? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they're better than Tribe. But yeah, next weekend... Well, next weekend is the, it is technically when the, like, finals begin. But I'm not allowed to stream next weekend because I'm not a super creator. I have to wait until the final weekend before I can stream. But I'll be there. We're gonna stream it. I skipped most of last weekend. I ended up hopping on to stream a couple of those matches, but this time around we'll stream all of it because this is the last one anyway. That and we get 2 golden tickets going out instead of just 1. So we'll see the August golden ticket winner, and then we'll find out who the leaderboard golden ticket winner is. And then the last chance qualifier next month, which I would imagine is going to be like a pretty similar format. But I don't know yet if they're going to let me stream any of that. I'd imagine they would, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to like hold my breath for it. Tribe been doing really good. Temper not at his best, but everyone else is good. We'll see. It'll be fun. I really want to see Vatic and Navi get golden tickets. But their chances are running out. They got to get it. We'll see what happens this weekend. It's going to be really interesting. Imagine Carry, Elevate, Stamina, and Tribe are all in the final weekend this month. That'd be funny. I think that would be the funniest outcome. We'll see what happens, though. Alright, I yapped for a lot, but we still have time for a Legends attack. Let's do it. Do I need to change, like, my pets and everything? I think I do. Shoot. It's fine. I might not have done attacks yesterday. I forgot. Let's see what we want to do. Where are the wizard towers? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, I found all 5 of them. I missed. Oh wait, this is, my spells are all wrong. These are not the spells that I usually have for this attack. Whoops. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We'll make it work. What happened? Let's go with the raid. Hey, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. So we are currently streaming the PCL finals. We're just kind of waiting for the match to start, so I'm doing a quick Legends hit. But we're streaming the finals. I'll show you guys the prize pool and the bracket after this attack. That is what we are working on today. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Like I said, hope you had a good stream. There we go. Get all these wizard towers out of here. All right, let's get the witches going. Poison all that. Where's my prince? Oh. Oh yeah, he doesn't have his angry jelly. I'll have to fix my army. That's fine. Hello, Hugo. Welcome in. I'm doing great. How are you doing? I did not drop those invis spells. That was weird. Huh. Doesn't matter. A little extra invis swag. Alright. So, for the PCL, let me show you guys the prize pool and bracket really quickly, so you can kind of see what's going on. Also the match that we're waiting on to start. We got Only Bad Zinger versus Boom Academy here. We do have predictions live on Twitch, but they are closing up as I speak. So if you want to get in on that, you got to go quickly. Let's take a look at this. This is the prize pool for this tournament. So first place getting $1,250. Second place $500. Third place $250. And then MVP gets a base pack And then this is what we are at so far. So, well, this is the schedule. We already watched this match and this match. Now we're on match number 3. So, Boom Academy beat Dizzy. Dizzy is eliminated. Only Badzinger beat Electros JP. They're eliminated. So now it's these two facing off. And then later, this is the upper bracket match. Tribe Gaming versus Team Electros. I'll show you the bracket here too. So that's the upper bracket match, the last one for today. These two matches we've already watched. And then now we're watching these winners play. And that's where we're at. And the first attack of the match should start in about 3 minutes, roughly. Alright, here, let me do this as well. Well, I got a moment. Oops. Go ahead and give Lex a follow if you haven't already. Another awesome Clash of Clans streamer. There you go. Alright, we are ready. Oh yeah, I need to start my recording. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. How do the predictions look? We've got 41% on Badzinger, 59% on Boom Academy. Like I said, I do feel like only Badzinger are a big underdog here. Only Badzinger usually play really well, but they also just had a bit of a rough match. So, they're going to have to shake off the rust a little bit. Say something in Japanese. So desu ne. There you go. Alright, alright. 2 more minutes. I almost have enough time for another Legends hit. I need to fix that army, fix the spells. I've been running the Broom Witches with a couple of Zaps and a Quake and an Overgrowth and a Clone. Lots of fun spells with those things. They're so strong, I'm surprised I haven't been attacked with them a whole lot. Alright. We're almost there. I don't know which team's hitting first. They are doing player cams, but they're doing it in a way that's a little bit, like, tricky to keep up with, so I'm not bothering with it anymore. It's fine. B Storms, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, thank you. We are very close to 6,500 followers. Right now we're at 6,477. I know the counter on Twitch rounds up, so it already says I'm at 6.5, but I'm not actually quite there yet. We're getting close though. We're getting close. Alright. Where did that thing go? What was I looking for? I completely lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was looking for. Doesn't matter. We got 30 seconds before the hit starts. Once the attack goes in, I'll remember what I was trying to do. That's okay. I think I got distracted by the follower counter. I also forgot I was gonna do a tweet. I mean, I guess I still can, technically. A little late, but better late than never, right? Tomorrow, for those of you who are just swinging by and might be headed out, tomorrow we are going to do a giveaway for a Goblin Scenery. It's my last one. But here we go, the first attack of the match is in. Here we go. It's gonna be Sup Meow to kick this one off against Only Badzinger coming in. With the Root Riders, we got the Royal Champion to start things off at the bottom side of the base. Lots of invis for this charge. Do a little Spirit Walk in towards the middle. Try to get for the Scatter Shot. And then from the Scatter to the Fire Spitter. There we go. Next invis is down. Scatter Shot will drop. There's the next invis. Moving up to the Fire Spitter. We got the invis on the right side of the base. Okay. Pops the haste. Makes the Royal Champion go quickly. She snipes that head on her. We have the Furnace coming out of the defensive clan castle. There's the Earthquakes in the core as well. Next invis is down. Down goes the Rage Tower. Moving on to the Inferno Tower in the core of the base. He does have no more invis. He does have the recall. And there we go. Recall the Royal Champion out of there. She didn't quite get that other Ricochet Cannon, unfortunately. And it is going to get healed back up. But that was still a nice Spirit Walk RC charge through the middle of the base. We'll see if it was enough value. He's going to start these Root Riders on the left side. Kind of leaving the Town Hall for last here with this approach. Going to be able to push in, get this Monolith out of the way nice and early. The Royal Champion's back in the mix. We got some Valkyries to the top side of the base to help set somewhat of a funnel. The Queen's up there as well. The King coming in for the Mortar. So he'll take the Mortar out. We got Witches coming in to help support him. That'll get him through the trash buildings just a little bit quicker here. Root Riders continuing to push their way through the base. Looks like we got rocket balloons coming out of the Barrel of Monkeys as well as the Troop Launcher continues to launch these barrels into the base. They're actually moving through these buildings pretty quickly here. It's looking good so far for Sup Meow. But again, we do have that Town Hall in the very back end of the base, so we do need to make sure that does go down. There's the Overgrowth. We still have the Warden's ability in the bag. He's got a lot of troops still left alive, too. It's looking good, looking like a solid push here. Boom Academy might be off to a hot start in this match. We still have 3 hero abilities in the bag as well. All the Root Riders pushing to the outside because of the Overgrowth, which should be wearing off here shortly. And we'll see this Warden's ability going off. There we go. That's going to keep everything protected as the Crusher Mortar and the Town Hall start popping off and doing lots of damage. Giga Bomb going off, pushing things around. Tornado Traps spinning things around as well. That's actually going to hold things up and make them redirect into the Town Hall itself. So the Town Hall will get taken care of here. Town Hall goes down, and there is nothing left on this base. And look at all the troops he still has left alive. Sup Meow absolutely demolishing this base. And a beautiful start for Boom Academy, and the pressure is on for Badzinger. Oh boy. Have I casted Worlds before? No. The only thing that I've casted as like an official casting job was GCC. And that was like 2 seasons ago. Last season they didn't do official casting, and the season before that they had Lexnos on, but the season before that they had me on, which was a lot of fun, and I was hoping I'd get to do it again, but I'm not sure if I will. I'm not sure if the opportunity will come back around or not. We'll see. How much do the casters get for monthly casting Worlds? I have no idea. I think I can say, though, for like GCC, I got paid a good bit. It's like, I think it was a little over $1,000 just to do GCC. And that was paid by Supercell. And so maybe that'll put it into perspective a little bit. So the people casting Worlds are definitely getting paid more than that, obviously. So they're getting a nice paycheck for casting Worlds, so we'll just put it that way. Also, GCC was like only a 2-day event. Worlds is, well, it's all the qualifiers and the actual championship itself. Alright, we got ND coming in with the Royal Champion from the top side of the base. Drops in the invis. Crusher Mortar popping off. Got a lot of damage on that Fox. Oh, Fox is dead here. Oh man, it just dodged that cube. That Fox is hanging on for dear life. That haste making her go quickly. Needs to keep these invis going. Try to keep that Fox alive for the recall. There we go. The recall goes in just in time. He doesn't get the Crusher Mortar, but he at least keeps the Fox alive. Okay. He has 2 Overgrowth in the bag. What's next? Queen on the left side of the base. Root Riders are in. Here we go. Queen clearing out that left side. We got everything pushing in towards the multi-archer tower. Overgrowth on the right. Sure. It's going to cover up all these big defenses. Keep that damage off of his troops as they make their way in. Badzinger got to try to get a 3-star here to keep up with Boom Academy early on in this match. Not the end of the world if they don't get a 3-star, but it would certainly help with the initial start of the match. Keep a little bit of momentum going. got tornado traps spinning things around, trying to move into this town hall. Lots of troops are bouncing to the outside of the base. Didn't really get that funnel set, so everything's skipping around the town hall for the most part. The Royal Champion, at least, is going to move in, clutch up the town hall, make sure it does go down eventually. There we go. Finally, it does go down. Gigabomb going off. It's going to do a lot of damage here. Actually takes out the Royal Champion, which is unfortunate. Queen has popped her ability on the top side of the base, so we got the clones up there helping with the ricochet cannon. But man, this Crusher Mortar is doing so much damage. Alright. Queen wrapping her way back around. He did freeze the Crusher Mortar. We got healers onto the Giant as he goes in to fight the King. But man, he takes a lot of damage. Look at that. That Giant's going down quick. Oof. It's not looking good for this attack. Everything has fizzled out. He's got some cleanup going around, but this one is going to be a big defense for Boom Academy, and Badzinger are off to a little bit of a rough start here. But it is, like I said, it's early in this match, so it's not the worst thing to have happen. They would have liked a strong start, but that's okay. It's going to be at least good percentage, which is already a step up from the last match. A lot of the fails in the last match were such low percentage. So 94% at least sets Badzinger up in a good position here. Nice try. It'll just take one defense, and Badzinger are right back in it. Alright. So, did my... Okay, there we go. Making sure I can read my chats. I will say the multi-chat's been working really well here lately. Boom Academy with the next attack. And here we go. 7 is in with the next hit for Boom Academy. See if they can maintain their lead here. Stretch it out. Because if they triple this attack, then they will keep the lead no matter what Badzinger do with their next hit. But if they fall short, Badzinger has an opportunity to take that lead. Royal Champion's already taken a lot of damage right off the bat. There's the next invis as she continues to move in. Tesla farm popping up. Rocket balloons from the left side trying to path the RC. But we have more Teslas popping up. There's the next invis. The RC keeps taking damage, and she's getting low. There's the next invis. You might want to just go to back-to-back invis at this point. Look at that. The RC gets her ability forced. The Crusher Mortar, the giant bombs. Oh my goodness. This is a little bit rough, but he's managing to maintain this RC. Drops in the Earthquake, the next invis, more giant bombs to hit the Royal Champion. She's low, but she's still hanging in there. My goodness. That was such a scuffed RC charge, and yet it's still doing what it needs to do. That is a difficult thing to do, is to manage to keep the RC alive in that situation. Alright, well, here we go. He kept the RC alive, got her in the recall. Now we got the Root Riders moving in. Barbarian King to the top side of the base. We got a balloon coming in as well. Okay. Ice Golem freezing things up on the initial entry. Gigabomb going off. Still has that Warden's ability, of course. We'll take a look at what equipment he has. He does have the Eternal Tome with the Rage, sure. The rest of the equipments are pretty much typical on what we see on every other attack. Pops the Spiky Ball ability for the Barbarian King. We got the Eternal Tome going off. We got the Barrel of Monkeys troops over the top. Everything pushing in. We got lots of troops moving in. Okay. Barbarian King still moving across the top side. Needs to get that multi-archer tower down, though. We got some troops splitting off. That's kind of what I was worried about, though. It's not really ideal to have things splitting in two different directions. Looks like the troops that were in the core, however, are already down, so it doesn't really have to worry about that. So of the cloned up queens in the core of the base, taking on the enemy king, but the monolith is there as well, doing lots of damage as the king is distracting. Finally gets through the king. The monolith goes down. We got a few troops on the top side. The apprentice warden coming in to help support the queen. It's mainly a queen charge now because it's just giants on the top side. The king's gone down. The frosty is doing a little bit of cleanup, but this one is going to be a defense. Actually, is it? He's only got 30 seconds left. He does have a wall breaker. Drops the wall break on the left side, so the queen's going to have to beat walls, so it's definitely going to be time if nothing else. But man, this was a close attack. Very close. Nice try to 7. Now it's just going to be how much percentage he can get before the clock runs out. This is either a triple or a time fail, but he doesn't have enough time. So that queen has to beat that wall. Very, very nice try. 90%. What's the percentage that the other attack was? 94? This one's going to hit 95. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's close. Let's see. So that was 95. This one was 94. Oh. So that means if Bad Zinger can triple, they're still going to be down by 1 building. But that would be a good position to be in. Just down by 1 building. But they got a 3-star to make that happen. Alrighty. See who the next attacker for Bad Zinger is going to be. Hopefully the match will stay this close the whole way through. We'll see what happens though. This time it's going to be Sean up next. See if he can come in clutch with a 3-star here, starting off with the Angry Jelly charge with the Queen and the Warden. Okay. See how much value you can get out of that. He does have the Golem in there. The Golem's already turned into Golemites, though. That regular Golem doesn't last very long in hard mode. Gets through the Expo with the Archer Queen. She'll move her way around, go for the Fire Spitter here, get that taken out of the picture. Oh, that Queen taking a lot of damage as well. There's the Invis to keep the damage off of her as much as he can. Next Invis coming down to do the same thing. The healer's sticking with the Warden, but that's what the Invis spells are for. Get through the Expo with the next one. There's the recall. Beautifully done. Okay. That was just in time to get that Expo down as well. And where the Root Rider's going to go. Looks like they're going in from the top side of the base. Here we go. Full send from the top right. We have the Flame Flinger from the right side as well. So Flame Flinger's going to be working on these right buildings. Okay. Roots, in the meantime, are actually going to stick to the outside because he dropped that Overgrowth to make sure they don't go in. And to keep that Crusher Mortar damage off of them, the RC is going to get pulled in by these Ice Golems. And she's actually going to get stuck there long enough that the Overgrowth will probably wear off before the RC gets out of there. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. So the RC is going to be able to take care of the Crusher Mortar, so that actually works out for Sean nicely. There's the Rocket Spear moving through. We got the Barbarian Kick on the left side with the Snakes popping off. We got the Root Riders moving into the Fire Spitter. Gonna get the Fire Spitter out of the way. Got the Flame Flinger taking care of the Scatter Shot now. So hopefully we won't have to worry about that for the Root Riders as they make their way around. The Overgrowth will be wearing off. He does have a 3rd Overgrowth in the bag. Is he going to cover up the Town Hall again? No, he's going to go for the Gear Tower and the Monolith this time. Let the troops move in and take the Town Hall down. The Queen's onto it now, so she'll be able to make sure that gets taken care of. I think he's out of Root Riders now, so it's really just down to the heroes at this point in the attack. We still have the King's ability in the bag, and we still have a couple of freezes to use. Question will be, is that enough? The Giant's moving up to that Inferno Tower and will be able to take that down. We still have the Flame Flinger moving. That Flame Flinger is getting quite a bit of value. It's going to be able to take down the Multi-Archer Tower, and this is looking like it's going to be a 3-star for Bad Zinger, and they're able to keep up with Boom Academy. Now, they're still going to be down, but they're only going to be down by 1 building. Nicely done to Sean. 15 seconds, plenty of time on the clock as the mortar goes down. Didn't even need the Yetis out of the Flame Flinger. Nice attack. We're all tied up. 38.8 to 39. We're basically perfectly tied. Very, very small advantage to Boom Academy. See what they do with their next attack. It's gonna be a good match. It'll be a good finish anyway. Especially if it could stay close like this. Alrighty. Here we go. Next attack is in. We got Neon. It's one of these bases. Okay. We're going to start off with a Royal Champion. A couple of rocket balloons down there as well. More rocket balloons on the other side. Earthquake spell in that core. He's going to try to get this Royal Champion through both fire spitters. And he really shouldn't have any troubles doing that either. Through the Expo, utilize the Fox Invis. And there's the next Invis. Okay. Another Invis going back to back. Pops the haste for the Royal Champion. She'll move her way over to the left. He has 6 Invis still left to use. There's the next one. Be able to get quite a bit of value here. Even going to be able to get that sweeper with the Electro Boots. That's going to be really nice. Gigabomb does go off. Going to grab another air defense. Grab the other multi-archer tower off the left side. And the setup is looking good. I'd imagine he's going to fly these dragons from the right. That way the sweeper on the other side is going to be at least a minimum of a headache. If any headache at all. That RC's still going too. Jeez. That value is crazy. Did he have a wall breaker? What's the wall breaker for? I don't even know. That compartment's empty now. Doesn't even need it. I guess it was for the siege machine troops. But here we go. We do have the dragons from the right side of the base. We got the Lava Hound over the top, and there we go with the ice block. So that Lava Hound can tank the Royal Champion and the air defense on that initial entry. Everything's pushing through. Oh, look at the damage these dragons are taking, though. They're getting absolutely obliterated on this top side. Pops the Warden's ability, basically just in time to keep these dragons alive. We still have that Town Hall alive in the core of the base. Curious to see what's going to be able to move in and take that down. Could be a little bit risky with the 1-star here, but there we go. We finally have at least a few dragons moving in. Oh, he has the... He's got the furnaces out of the flame flinger, so that's going to help make sure the town hall is secured, and there we go. No more worries about a 1-star. Now it's a question of whether or not he can push through for 3. We got the Tesla farm and the monolith on the back end of the base. The multi-archer tower's there as well, but we still have both P.E.K.K.A.s on the backside here helping to tank for the queen. Maybe get some damage on that Barbarian King as well. We still have a couple of dragons over here. Looks like the Prince has gone down to Phoenix. Down goes the Crusher Mortar. Everything moving in for the monolith. It's going to come down to the Tesla farm. Can he get through? He still has Fire Mites coming through. I think it's looking good. He's just got a couple more Teslas to go. 30 seconds. I think time is not going to be a big issue. 30 seconds should be plenty of time, and he's got it. Neon coming in with the 3-star for Boom Academy, and they're going to be able to maintain their lead. Nicely done to him. Making it look easy. Speaking of things going on, we got Termy with the raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Termy. I appreciate that. I hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Joker, thank you for the follow. We are currently streaming the PCL finals. So we have this match, and then we have one more match today. This match is a lower bracket elimination match, so whoever loses this one is eliminated. We'll take a quick look here at the prize pool for this tournament. Let me bring it up. So first place gets $1,250, second place $500, and third place gets $250. And then for the bracket, we'll take a look at this actually. This is the schedule. So we've already watched this match and this match, and then we are currently watching this match, which is the winner from these first 2 matches. And then after this, we get the upper bracket match, and then tomorrow we'll finish everything up and we'll find out who all the winners are. So that's kind of where we are. Who is in the finals? So it's Only Badzinger, Boom Academy, Tribe Gaming, and Team Electros. Those are the 4 teams that are left. 2 of these teams have already gone home. So Dizzy went home, and Electros JP went home. They were both eliminated earlier. And now we have Demo in with the next attack. They got to try to triple to keep up here. There we go. Got the Royal Champion from the top side of the base. It is going to be a Root Rider attack this time around. See what he can get with the Spirit Walk from 12 o'clock. Trying to get the Crusher Mortar out of the way. There we go. Gets it taken care of. Gets the multi-Archer Tower. Alright. Gets the multi-Inferno Tower, Gigabomb, but the recall going in just in time to keep the Fox alive as well. Very nice. There we go with a couple of Witches with the Barbarian King on the right side to set the other side of the funnel. And then it's full send right down the middle into the scatter shot. Got a lot of troops on that right side to make sure the funnel is going to be established. Those snakes come in really handy for that funnel as well. Rocket balloons, archers, furnace out of that defensive clan castle. Those archers are actually going to be kind of annoying here. The Valkyries need to step up and take that down. Here we go. The regular wall breakers out of the troop launcher actually opening up walls is kind of funny to see. Got a few things going on that right side still. It's still the witches and the king. King's kind of gone inside of the base. The root riders still making their way right down the middle. Troop launcher coming in clutch as well with all these little support troops. There we go. More walls opened up. The town hall is going to be targeted here shortly. The queen's actually kind of taking her own adventure on the top side of the base. She's going up and around. So we'll see how much value she's able to get. The big downside about the queen going up and around is she's taking the healers with her. So all of the healing that's meant for the root riders is now turning into a queen charge on the top side of the base, which is not super ideal, especially if the queen doesn't get really good value up there. Because as you can see on the left side, the root riders are gone. They had no more healing, so all of his troops on the left side are very quickly dying out because of the queen stealing the healers. So not ideal here at all for demo. The Royal Champion popped her rocket spear. She might be the saving grace for this attack here. On that left side, taking out lots of these buildings. We still have some snakes and witches for cleanup. He might still have this. It's not looking too bad if the RC can hang on just a little longer, but she does go down. Oh man, this is so close. He still has the queen alive though. Can he still get it? Can the queen save the day? She stole the healers. Now she needs to steal the show. She's got to get this triple locked in. Going to be able to get through the archer tower, no problem. We got the booze from the Sneezy over here working on the scatter shot, so it's going to be secured. He's got this. He's got this. He still has the witches as well. Down goes the scatter shot. The ricochet cannon's low. It's only going to be a couple of shots, and that's going to be a triple for Badzinger, and they are keeping up with Boom Academy. Now, if we take a look at the percentage, Boom Academy are ahead by one building. So it's 58.8 to 59 because Boom Academy, or sorry, the Badzinger, they put up a 94%. Boom Academy put up a 95. And that one building is keeping Boom Academy in the lead. Oh, man. Hey, Guy, welcome in. It takes old guys a long time to log in. I need to change your name to Old Guy. It's good to have you. Hope you're having a good morning. Alright, let me do this real quick. There you go. Good match to join to, yeah. It's a good one. It's close. And it's staying close. And here we go. Next attack is in for Boom Academy. If they triple this attack, they're guaranteed to have the lead in the last round of attacks. By at least one building. Which, as silly as that is, that's all they need at the end of the day. But it's a matter of actually getting it done. It is going to be a rocket balloon attack. Look at the invis, the double earthquake, the fireball coming in from the warden. Completely clears out that fire spitter compartment. And then one taps the ricochet cannon to finish it off. Okay. Very nice opener here from Ashen One. Like I said, the fireball is either amazing, well executed, good value, or a complete disaster. And this is going to be another one that works out perfectly as intended. Get through the Tesla, move on to the air defense. Got a headhunter for the defending king to get that out of the way. He's got his 13 rocket balloons to help support the heroes. See where he sends in the king and the queen. We got the flame flinger from the right side. He's got a bunch of balloons coming in. Sure. He's going to get that warden into that X-bow. He wants to make sure he keeps that damage off of the flame flinger. Okay. Warden continuing off to the right. He drops the queen, and I think he actually tried to pull the warden there, but yeah, he tried to pull the warden again. This time it actually works. I was going to say, that warden's got other plans. He's got other places he wants to be, but he does move in with the king and the queen, so he's going to continue out to the left as the flame flinger continues to work on the right. I'm a little bit worried about that multi-mortar, but I would imagine he'll send in some rocket balloons to take that out, and it won't be an issue. The king and queen will continue off to the left. There's a wall break right down the middle. They'll push into that left corner. Perfect. And we got a couple of, he had some furnaces over there as well. Alright. He is just out of range of that Crusher Mortar. The Flame Flinger will be able to take that down with no problem. Also looks like he's popped the King's ability, opened up all the walls towards the middle of the base, able to get to the Town Hall and get that taken care of. The poison was placed over the furnace on defense. He was able to get that taken down as well. So far, he needs something to go in for the Town Hall. The Queen's kind of going off to the top side. He still has the Prince in the bag. He hasn't even dropped it in yet. The Prince has the Angry Jelly, and there we go. Couple of rocket balloons and a quick Prince entry there. Just quickly firing off that ability. That Frozen Orb helping to slow down all these defenses. More rocket balloons coming in to help support. Flame Flinger still going on the bottom side. The Queen secured the Town Hall. It's not looking too bad here for Ashen One. Got a freeze over the air defense, ricochet cannon combo there on the top side. Queen taking a lot of damage, but she is not going to be able to stay up. Gigabomb going off. Alright, this was looking really good, but now it's starting to slim down just a little bit. It looks like it might be a defense here for Badzinger, which would be a big break for them. Got a couple of wall breakers coming from the right. Not that it matters at this point. We don't have any ground troops. We got lots of cleanup troops around the outside of the base, but the time is ticking down, and this one is going to be a defense. So a big break here for Badzinger and a potential for them to take the lead with their next attack. Nice try. It's going to wrap up at 88%. Hello, Selena. Lunch and Lurk. Welcome in. Hope you have a good lunch. Isn't it like 8:30 for you? That's an early lunch. I think they typically call that breakfast. Drove your wife to a wedding shower, now you're just chilling? Nice. Yeah, for the whole esports thing, if we're going to do it every weekend, I'm going to have to find something for next weekend. I don't know if we have any finals next weekend. But then the weekend after that, we got golden ticket finals, which will be exciting. Maybe next weekend we just find some random matches. We'll see. And then I don't have to be live first thing in the morning. This is an interesting base. I don't think I've seen one like this yet. Look at that hook tower just right in the middle of the base. Very interesting. See how it holds. But here we go for Dima. A huge attack here. If he triples, Badzinger will take the lead. We'll see if he can get it done for his team. This will be a big swing in the war if he gets a 3-star here. He's got the Earthquake spell down. He's got the Royal Champion Popter ability for the Haste Vial. Gets the Town Hall cleared out. Next Invis is down. Gets rid of the Gear Tower. Pushing in for the Scatter Shot. Rocket balloons from the bottom side of the base. Oh, and the hook grabs the RC. Alright, he drops the Invis on the RC. He's going to get the hook taken out of the core. Okay. This is going to work out in his favor. He's going to be able to get the hook out of the way. More rocket balloons from the right side. Next Invis is down. Gets through the multi-archer tower. Going to try to be able to get through the fire spitter as well. There we go. She's moving on to the fire spitter. He's only got one Invis left, but that'll be enough to at least get the fire spitter. He's going to count on the Electro Boots to finish it off. Takes out the poison tower. Fire spitter does drop. Perfect. And that's going to be about it for the Royal Champion. Now let's see if the Dragons can finish it off. We got rocket balloons out of the defensive clan castle. They're just going to be a little bit of a headache here. We also have that furnace there, but he's got the poison on that, so no worries. Baby dragon on the right side. Dragons from the bottom. Here we go. All right, that dragon deployment was interesting, to say the least. He didn't funnel that left side at all. Very curious. Now he's got a baby dragon coming in late there. Better late than never. He's got a couple of rocket balloons as well if he needs it. Dragons are pushing in nicely, though. They're actually pathing perfectly in towards the main part of the base. At least the main part that's left. There's the Prince ability on the left side. It's going to slow down the Monolith and a few other defenses here. Trying to send in rocket balloons. Not quite able to get the air defense down, but it is low. So one shot and it will go down. Dragons are trying to push their way through the fire spitter. Is doing a lot of damage. Taking these dragons out. The poison's going to slow them down. Those dragons in the core are going down. Multi-archer towers popping off on the top side of the base. The clone queens are going down as well. Everything's starting to fizzle. Is it going to be enough? I'm not so sure. That X-Bow getting some damage on the giant. There's not a lot left that can target the Prince. Unfortunately for him, the fire spitter's the main thing left that can actually target the air troops. Down goes the Prince to Phoenix. Now, is the Phoenix going to be able to clutch things up here? It's going to be close. Prince still popping off for now. He's going to be able to get some more hits in, but down he goes, and the Phoenix is going to get cooked. That Fire Spitter absolutely saves the day on defense, and it's going to be a miss for Badzinger, but the percentage is going to shift to their favor. We are tied up 10-10, and the percentage is now in favor of Badzinger, 77.2 to 76.6. Well, I was hoping this match would stay close all the way to the end, and it looks like I'm going to get my wish. Now, Badzinger can win this match if they triple their next attack, no matter what Boom Academy does. But Boom Academy have an opportunity to get a triple on the board and hope for a defense. I think it'll be a good finish here. Hello, Grim. Welcome in. Having brunch with a massive win on Saturday. You wonder if he wanted the hook to pull the RC? I'm not sure. I think either way, it played out in his favor. You faced Kazuma last CWL, he ran his dragon similar. Yeah, we've seen that style quite a bit. I was just surprised to see that baby dragon on the left side so late. I was worried the dragons would push out, but it worked out. They stayed in. There we go. Next hit is in. We got Kanara coming in. Alright, alright. Huge hit here. Got a triple, or at least you really want a triple. You don't want to put things in Badzinger's hands. I mean, it already kind of is. But if you can apply the pressure to where they have to 3-star to win, that helps out tremendously. Got the Earthquake in towards the core of the base. The RC's already taken a ton of damage. And she's about to take a bunch more. Look at the giant bombs going off all over the place. My goodness, this was trapped for this entry. More bombs, more bombs. Oh my goodness. That RC is hanging on by a thread, but she still manages to get the town hall down. I don't know how he didn't lose that champion there. That's crazy. All right. Man, that was spicy. They were ready for that on defense. Unfortunately, she still got what she was going for. Now we got the Root Riders moving in. We got the Ice Block on the Lava Hound, although it was a little bit late. We actually just Ice Block a bunch of Lava Pups. Why do we do that with a Root Rider attack, though? That's kind of odd. You see that with Dragon attacks, but now we see it with Root Rider attacks. Okay. Sure. Here we go. Everything's still pushing in towards the middle. Barbarian King still cleaning up on the right side of the base. Takes down the multi-archer tower. Snakes hopping the wall, taking down the storage, cleaning up some trash. It's looking good so far. That's why we like the snakes right there. They're taking down the mortar over the wall. Going to help with the Root Rider bathing. Just kidding. They get hit with a scatter shot. So, never mind. Disregard. The Root Riders in the core of the base are gone. They're dead. This is not looking good. Badzinger got to be looking at this defense here, smiling. They got to be happy. Alright. This is going to be not a 3-star. This is actually going to be a huge defense for Badzinger. He's going to be lucky to get this into the 80s on percentage. He might not even get this into the 80s on percentage. Look at that healer healing up that snake, but it's not enough. We got a wizard and an archer over here. There's 80% just barely. And that's going to be it, 80%. So Boom Academy are going to be counting on a big defense from Badzinger. A high percentage 2-star from Badzinger is going to put them... Well, I was going to say put them in the lead, but it's going to win them the match. We'll see what happens. 77.2 is what their current percentage is at. He just did some sweating, yeah. That would have been way worse if that RC had gone down, but that still ended up not being a very good attack. That approach never works without overgrowth. Alright. I do think that he He absolutely wasted the Lava Hound and the Ice Block. There was no reason to even bring those. If you're not doing a dragon attack, what are you doing with an Ice Block and a Lava Hound? I mean, the Ice Block maybe if you're going to Ice Block some ground troops, but the Lava Hound? Last I checked, Root Riders don't care so much about the air defenses. There we go. Ninja is in. Last attack of the match, and he's bringing Super Yeti Smash. What else is he bringing? He's got the Angry Jelly Warden on the left side. Not going for a Fireball, just going for a little Warden walk. He's got to get a Rage in. That Warden taking a lot of damage early on, but there we go. The Raged Up healers are able to keep him healthy through the Ricochet Cannon Expo combo. Sure. Get through the Builder Hut, get through the Expo. Alright. Now he's just going to be patient and let the Warden do his thing. Setting up for the Flame Flinger. We've seen this quite a bit today. Alright, Flame Flinger should be safe. Checking for any Teslas over here. Very good. And that Flame Flinger will be good all the way down to that Expo Mortar on the right side, which is quite a bit of value if it can get all that. Got the Monolith firing away at a Yeti on the top side of the base. We got a wall break straight into that Monolith compartment. Warden's still walking down here on the bottom side of the base. Okay. But he's going to full send these Yetis in very soon. Might want to do it sooner rather than later. Make sure this Warden's not going to go down. He's fine for now. He's being very patient. We've only got a minute and 40 left. Ninja? There we go. Okay, now he's doing stuff. We're getting the Super Yetis in at a minute and a half, by the way. There's the Royal Champion on the top side of the base with an Ice Hound. We got a Valkyrie up there to help funnel as well. But we got a nice funnel set. We got a jump spell leading straight into the core of the base. We got a freeze as well. Flame Flinger still going. We got a minute and 15 on the clock. Here we go. Everything pushing in. We've got an early tornado to deal with. We still have CC troops as well, and there we go. We got some CC troops finally coming out. Got a couple of Ice Golems, got the Furnace, a bunch of Archers. These Ice Golems are certainly going to slow things down. The Hook Tower's starting to pop off as well, and that could be a little bit dangerous. There we go. It's going to start pulling in these Super Yetis. So there's one. The Hook Tower's going to try to grab something else here. What's it going to grab next? Down goes the Super Yeti. Can the Electromites take down the Hook? No, it cannot. Uh-oh. So it grabs a Boo. Okay, he's fine for now. That's not a big deal. There's the King's ability popping off. It's going to open everything up on the back end. The Royal Champion has gone down. The percentage is climbing. He's into the 70s. I don't know exactly what he needs, but I would imagine in the mid to high 80s is going to be good enough to win this match. He's just got to get there. You got Yetis on the left side out of the Flame Flinger. Going to be able to take down the Wizard Tower. And goes Multi-Archer Tower as well. He's got it. He's at least got enough percentage. I don't think he's got enough time to get the triple. He waited so long to get this attack started. This is going to be a time fail. Because this is a 3-star if he had just a little bit more time. Nice try from Ninja. But nicely done to Badsinger. That's going to be enough percentage. They are going to take the victory over Boom Academy. The underdogs get it done. 95.4 to 92.6. Sheesh. Hey, at least Boom Academy apparently were listening to me in the last match. Because I said that 11 stars wasn't going to be enough to get it done against the Boom Academy. So they came in and put up 12. They got that extra star for me. And it was enough to win. GG. That was a good match. That was like... both those teams are right there with each other. Alright, I heard my driveway alarm go off, so I'm pulling up my camera. I got a driveway camera now, so I don't have to go all the way upstairs to see who's here. But we got one more match today, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving back up to the upper bracket. Boom Academy is eliminated. But whoever loses this next match will not be eliminated. They would simply move down to the lower bracket. But it's going to be Tribe Gaming versus Team Electros. Y0CQ. There we go. Request has been sent. Let's do the prediction payout and start a new one. Change my recording. Alright, next prediction. There you go, the predictions are live. Nicely done. Had to have the Malty or Toast as healers. You wanted the jelly to force the warden on it? I see. Yeah, I feel like there was definitely a little bit more multitasking that probably could have happened there to speed things up, but it's hard to say. My goodness, I have a lot of messages. We'll go through all that later. Alright, did we get in? We did get in. There we go. We are underway. Beautiful. I'm going to do a Legends attack. Actually, I'm going to go up and just make sure nobody's here because my camera's not working. Amazing. I don't think anybody's here, though. But I'm going to go reset my camera. I'll be right back. Quick sidebar, check this guy out. So, this is a cool thing. There is a snake in my house. It must have come in through the dog door. Look at this little guy. It's a little ringneck snake. Isn't that cool? He's a cute little feller. Bad zinger one. He's trying like hell to get away. I'm gonna go let him out. Alright, I'll be back again. Alright. You think Electros will win? We'll see. You know, lots of people don't like snakes. Yeah, I'm a big fan of snakes. And I know a lot of people who are like that as well, who like can't stand snakes and are like, ah, kill all the snakes. It's like, I would rather have snakes than rats and mice. And yeah, I mean, my degree or what I went to college for was wildlife, so I'm pretty well versed in snake species and stuff, so I'm fairly knowledgeable on them. But I like having them around to make sure the rodents stay down, or in that snake's case, the bugs. But here we go. This match is underway. My timing was pretty much perfect. Here we go. We got P. Castro kicking this one off. He actually had a regular giant in the army comp, which is a little unusual. I didn't even see what he used it for. Alright. But we got the RC pushing straight into the town hall. He's got 2 lava hounds. Is he going to ice block both of them? I'm curious. We'll see. He's going to be able to get through the Crusher Mortar. Gets the Tornado Trap out of the way, more importantly. He still has a couple more invis. He's Earthquake in the core, trying to get through all these buildings. Okay. Get both the Ricochet Cannons out of the way. Get the Rage Tower out of the way. Sure. Down goes. Nope, not quite able to get that Multi-Inferno Tower. We got 1 dragon on the backside of the base. Archers out of the clan castle getting pulled over to the dragon. Not a big deal. Alright, alright. Got lots of dragons on the bottom side. Here we go. Archer Queen gonna be able to clear out that X-Bow dragons. Did he ice block both? No. He has just an extra lava hound to send in after that one. I'm imagining he's gonna send it to that air defense right there. That would be probably a pretty good guess. I don't know what Sneezy's doing clear back there, but here we go. Everything's gonna catch up, move into the Fire Spitter. There's the next air defense. Lava Hound coming in to tank that damage. He kind of used the Lava Hound at the same time as the Warden's ability, which doesn't seem super efficient, but sure. That's P. Castro. I'm not going to question it. Prince fires his ability. That was a beautiful Prince ability. Covers up the Monolith and these defenses on the very back end, including the Gear Tower. At least for a little bit. He won't have to worry about all that damage. He does have the Phoenix on the Prince as well, so once the Prince does get in there and take a lot of damage, he'll be able to come back and do even more, and it's looking good. There's not a whole lot of big threats left. The dragons take out the defending Prince. Down goes the Dark Elixir storage. Now everything can kind of focus in on this last compartment. The defending king on the left side is not going to be a hassle for the dragons, the Warden, and the Prince. However, his Prince is taking quite a bit of damage. He'll be going down to Phoenix. Actually, no, he's not taking any damage now. He's going to move in, take out the Gear Tower. This is a 3-star all day long. Beautifully done from P. Castro and Tribe Gaming. Kick it off with a triple. GG. You a cool dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, at least one of the nice things as well here in Ohio is we don't have a lot of venomous snakes. So most, like the vast majority of snake encounters by people is going to be non-venomous situation. And the few venomous snakes we do have are like non-aggressive, which is cool. Like we don't have diamondback rattlesnakes that are going to chase you down. Now those I can understand people not wanting to have around. It makes perfect sense. You don't want things around that can mess you up pretty bad or hurt your kids or hurt your pets, things like that. That's understandable completely. But we got guys, too many guys, that'll turn into a 4-year-old girl, girl at the sight of a garter snake. And it's like, that's gonna cost you your man card. Here we go. We got Diego in. First attack from Team Electros. Let's see if they can match the 3-star from Tribe Gaming. Alright, let's see. We've got the Grand Warden from the bottom side of the base. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to click on the Archer Tower. It's not going for a fireball, just going to do a big old Warden walk. We've seen lots of these today. Doesn't even have the Angry Jelly. This might be the first time we've seen the Unicorn today, actually. You don't see the Unicorn used a whole lot anymore. But Diego's rocking the Unicorn. There's the Rage spell. Gonna boost him up, boost up the healing, more importantly. Okay. Push him in towards that Expo. Take the Expo down, and what's gonna be next? He's not setting up for a Flame Flinger this time, which is what we've seen a lot of today as well. There's a long Warden Walk. We're about a minute into the attack already. Super Barb on the right side to help with a little bit of cleanup. Drops in an Invis. Okay. He's trying to push that Warden to the Fire Spitter. I see, I see. That's going to take even longer to get through. He's already pushing it on time. My goodness, he's using up a lot of this clock. Plus, he's fighting against the Builder Hut, which makes it even slower. We're a minute and 20 into it, and there we go. Finally drops in some troops, gets through the Fire Spitter. That took forever. Hopefully, this isn't going to be a time fail situation, but we'll see. But there we go. Finally full send, a minute and a half. We got all the Root Riders moving in. Everything's coming in. He's getting it down quickly now so that these troops can start making their way through the base. We got the Barbarian King on the right side going to clear out the Mortar Wizard Tower combo. That'll push those Root Riders right on into the base and keep them there. A couple of Valkyries come over to help support the Barbarian King. Alright. Archer Tower on that right side. Did this guy have 2 Archer Towers? Is he missing a multi-Archer Tower? There's no way, right? Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Alright, pops the Warden's ability. Everything's still rolling through. Root Riders opening up all the walls. Got a lot of Giants in the mix, too. A couple of Snakes to help support cleaning up these trash buildings. You love to see it. I had my own snake bracelet in real life a moment ago. So looking solid. We still have a lot of troops left alive, but look at the clock. Look at the clock. 34 seconds left to go. He used up so much time at the start of this hit. I would have been very surprised if time wasn't going to be a factor at the end of this. He still has a freeze and some hero abilities. He might as well start popping abilities. What does he have? Oh yeah, the Rocket Spear. He should have popped that like 20 seconds ago. Yikes. I don't even know if he's going to be able to use all the Rocket Spear. Yeah, he should be able to. Kind of cutting it close on time for the Rocket Spear, though. Pop that king, pop that king, pop that king. King! See the spiky ball. Oh, he's waiting until the last second. There we go. 1 second left, and it's a time fail. Look at all the troops he still has left. But, man, he only needed a couple more seconds. If he had started things just a little bit quicker, that would have been a 3-star. Nice try to Diego. You think he forgot Angry Jelly? That's possible. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Because nobody uses the Unicorn. Either he forgot the Angry Jelly, or maybe there was a glitch. Because I guess there's still some glitches that are, like, affecting hero equipment and stuff. Oh, what happened here? There we go. My Twitch chat on the left was frozen. It's fixed now. There we go. Alright, a defense for Tribe Gaming and a triple for Tribe Gaming, and now they're back up to bat. Let's see if they can keep their momentum going. They barely got a defense on that last attack. We got an Overgrowth, we got 3 Earthquakes, 5 Invis. It looks like this time around we'll get to see a Fireball. That is not the Warden. There we go. It is indeed going to be a Fireball. So far, all the Fireballs we've seen, not just today, but even last weekend. Actually, no, that's not true. All the Fireballs we've seen today have been perfect. I was going to say all the ones last weekend were perfect too, but then I remembered there were at least a couple that definitely went the wrong way. But let's see how this one goes. Will it be on target or wrong direction? Being patient for now. There's the Invis. Fireball to the core. Perfectly executed. No mistakes this time. The Fireballs remain perfect. Nicely done. Clears out that entire core, gets some damage onto the Town Hall itself, and now we got the Root Riders coming in from the top left side of the base. Queen from 12 o'clock with the King to clear out these trash buildings. Alright. So far, so good. Perfect entry. Notice how we have all the troops moving into the base with 2 minutes still left on the clock. Crazy. I'm picking on Diego. Man, Diego's attack was so close. He literally only needed a couple of seconds and he had it. Well, let's see how Kronos does. We got the Overgrowth on the back end, covering up the Town Hall and the Mortar Crusher. We got a heal spell coming in. Okay. That's actually nice for the back end as well. Plus is going to heal up these healers. They've taken some damage on their way through the base, and there we go. We got the healers getting healed back up as well. And then they can continue to do healing on the troops as they move into the back end. This is looking good for Kronos. Let's see. Got the freeze over the Town Hall. Everything's still pushing through, still moving. Gotta get this Town Hall taken care of. Scatter Shot still standing at the moment. The Town Hall still standing at the moment, but the Royal Champion's on it. She should be able to get this finished up. She gets distracted by the Prince. Actually, no, she's still hitting the Town Hall. No, she's hitting the Prince. I can't even tell. Too many visual effects going on at the same time, but now the Town Hall does get secured. Does he have enough for the triple? That's the big question now. Otherwise, this will be a big opportunity for Team Electros to get themselves right back into it. Got the King still walking the outside. He's going to be going down here shortly. Lots of snakes in the mix, though, are tanking nicely. The RC on the right side has gone down. The King's low. He's going to pop his ability. Spiky Ball goes off. I think that Fire Spitter low, but that enemy Queen's going to be a nightmare. That defending Queen's going to hold the line here, and this will be a defense. Another 98% attack. Nice try to Kronos. Try, good try. It's not Unicorn, it's Unihorn. Man, this was so close. It's actually going to be... I was going to say, is that going to be 99? I'm actually amazed he got through the enemy Queen. But there we go. So, with... Oh, that was a 97. I thought they were both 98s. Because I was about to say, if the next attack is a triple, we're perfectly tied. But if the next attack is a triple, Tribe Gaming have to lead by one building. It'll almost feel like a repeat of the last match. After that OP fireball, yeah, that was a good fireball. And I think I forgot to clip it, unfortunately. Oh well. It's fine. Alright, alright. Wait for the next one. You don't have the fireball equipment? It's definitely worth having, but it does also take some practice to get used to. You were offline during that event? I'm sure it'll come back around in one way or another, to where you don't have to spend gems on it. Alright, next attack for Team Electros. They gotta try to triple here to keep things close. Otherwise, they're gonna be down by at least a star. Royal Champion for the Fire Spitter. Gets that down nicely. Moving on to the Ricochet Cannon. Alright. So far, so good. There's the recall. Ooh, didn't get the Ricochet Cannon. Should have waited like another half a second there. Oh, okay, Earthquakes got you. Nice. He's able to finish it off with the Earthquakes. We got the giant arrow down the middle. We'll be seeing the log launcher coming in as well to take advantage of that extra damage. Right? Log launcher? Oh, he's waiting for the, I think the Crusher Mortar. Maybe? I don't know. But there we go. It is in now. There we go. Crusher Mortar goes down. We'll get some damage onto the Town Hall itself as well. It's already damaged from the Earthquakes and the giant arrow at the start of the attack. So the logs will be able to get quite a bit of damage onto it. And then there we go with the Root Riders from the top side of the base. Full send. Here we go. Barbarian King from 12 o'clock to clear out that corner. The Town Hall does drop. Log Launcher still going to continue throwing logs down. There we go. One more log and gets quite a bit of damage on that furnace as well. So we don't have to worry about it quite as many fire mites. Roots still making their way in, getting frozen by these defensive ice golems. But that's not the worst thing because it gives the King a little bit of time. That ice golem on the top side gets hit by a spring trap immediately. Alright. Well, instead of continuing the funnel, the Barbarian King's actually just kind of joined up with the Root Riders in the middle of the base. So we don't really have funneling on the outside of the base anymore. We are going to lose a few Root Riders out that way. Alright, well, let's see if it's going to be a big problem here or not. It's hard to tell right now. We got the Overgrowth on the back end of the base. Still has a Freeze and an Invis, and he still has a few hero abilities. The King and the RC. There's the Royal Champion's ability. There's the King's ability. RC Rocket Spear takes out the multi-Inferno Tower, grabs the air defense here. Alright, it's going to pick up the enemy Queen as well. There's another Invis for the RC. And he's got one last freeze he can use. Probably freeze the Expo multi-Archer Tower. No, he's going to let them go down. Where's he going to freeze? I don't know if he even needs it. I don't know if he even needs the freeze. This is looking good, and El Tano able to get it done for Team Electros, which means Tribe Gaming are only going to be up by one building after this attack. Beautifully done. And we got a match on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, this is the upper bracket, so whichever team does lose this match is not eliminated from the tournament. They'll be playing in the lower bracket first thing tomorrow. But whoever wins this match does move on to grand finals. Good stuff. My Twitch chat on the left side keeps freezing. I need to just stop looking at it. I don't even need to check it. I've got the Twitch chat on the other side. Another fun match. I agree. This is a good one already. We'll see if it stays close. Here we go. Mr. Riquirez is in. A 3-star from Riquirez confirms that they will, well, maintains the lead for Tribe Gaming. That's what I'm trying to say. So Riquirez 3 stars here. They cannot lose the lead in the next attack from Team Electros. But if Riquirez falls short, there's an opportunity then for Team Electros to take the lead. See what happens. He's got this Spirit Walk going on the left side. Earthquakes, 5 more Invis. He is utilizing the Fox, which we actually don't see a lot of. Most people just go straight to back-to-back Invis and still end up losing the Fox most of the time anyways. But there we go. Nice value. Gets that Town Hall down very quickly. And there's the recall for the Royal Champion. Nice charge from the RC. Just quick to the point. Great value. Now we got full send for the Royal... Or not the Royal Champion, but the Root Riders. The Royal Champion does join back up with them, of course. And everything is in. Here we go. Got one rocket balloon out of the defensive clan castle. There's a few more. Now we got the furnaces in the mix as well. Rocket balloons floating around just a little bit, but the RC and her electro boots will take care of that quickly. Down they go. Alright, and the poison takes care of the furnace as well, so no more fire mites coming out to hassle the troops. Everything's pushing up towards the top side. The pathing's looking a little awkward, but we do have the Barbarian coming in. Barbarian King coming in from the top right side. So he'll be able to help out. I don't know if he's going to help out quickly enough. These Root Riders are all pushing to the outside of the base. The pathing is a bit odd. Not sure if it's going to be too much of an issue, but I'm worried about that monolith on the back end. If everything pushes too far to the right, that monolith is going to be one of the last buildings to go down. And obviously that's not ideal. But we got the Queen moving down the middle of the base, and she might actually be able to pick up that monolith here. She's moving on to it. She's got the Royal Champion to help. Okay. We get the monolith out. I was worried because if that monolith is the last building, there's a high chance that it's not going to be a 3-star. But it's still looking good for Riquirez. Barbarian King still walking around the outside. Still has his spiky ball locked and loaded, ready to go. Gets through the Wizard Tower on the right side. Got to get through this multi. I think the biggest defenses are going to be the multi-Archer Tower, the Expo, and the Scatter. If he can get those out of the way, he's going to be in good shape. Still lots of Giants. Still got the Giant. Still got Root Riders in the mix. It's looking solid, especially if these Root Riders can get these last few sections opened up. That gives access to the Barbarian King, who's still pretty healthy. And there we go. He's got everything opened up, and this is going to be a 3-star yet again for Tribe Gaming, and these guys are on a roll today. Beautifully done. Alright, somebody said earlier that Tribe's been doing really well lately, and it looks like that's true. Looks like Tribe Gaming are on their stride right now. I like it. Hey, Sir Sean, welcome in. Yeah, Tribe's looking good. Did your clan complete the event? No, we haven't really played the game yet. It kind of launched in the middle of the week, and most of us are busy. And a lot of us are in Legends League too, which doesn't help. But we'll probably have it done Monday at the latest. Yeah, both teams are going for it. They want to get to the grand finals, because that guarantees them a payout. It's ESL Saturday. It is ESL Saturday. This is the last match of today. And then we'll be doing it again tomorrow. But tomorrow's stream's going to be longer. Because after we wrap up finals tomorrow, we're gonna farm for a while. I need to get my heroes upgrading on my accounts. What's the prize pool? I could show that really quickly here before the attack goes in. So first place gets 1,250. Second place gets 500. Third place gets 250. So whoever wins this match is guaranteed at least $500. But they get the shot at the 1,250. And here we go. We got Rocio coming in. She is bringing the Super Yetis. We've seen Super Yetis a few times today. The last one that we seen was actually a time fail. Let's see if they can connect with a triple this time. Because they got a triple to keep up with Tribe Gaming here. Otherwise, if they fall even further behind on this attack, it might be difficult to climb back in. Through the Ricochet Cannon with the Angry Jelly. I'd imagine it's not a fireball. Oh, it is a fireball. Never mind. I forgot Rocio likes the fireballs. Well, let's see. So far today, every fireball has been perfect. Let's see, where is Rocio planning to do this? Oh my goodness, the Warden. Oh boy. Whew, that was scary. But it's fine. Everything's fine. There's the fireball. It hits where it's supposed to. Okay. That was almost a disaster there for the Warden. But Rocio's hanging in there, managed to keep it together. And we got the Queen in from the left side of the base. Alright, there we go with the Siege Barracks on the far left. Rocio doesn't play for the main roster. Who's she substituting for? No, Rocio's on the main roster. She always plays for Team Electros. Got the jump spell leading into the core of the base. Super Yetis kind of went to the outside. They're beating the wall. A little awkward there, but they are finally coming back around. The Warden's about to get taken out. There's the King's Earthquake Boots. That Town Hall absolutely beating on this Warden. And down he goes. So no more Rage Gem out of them. The Royal Champion from the left side moving through the Gear Tower. Got Valkyries coming out. Lots of Spring Traps on this outside edge as well. Super Yetis getting through the Multi-Inferno Tower. Alright. Doesn't really have any way to get through these back-end walls, though, which is going to be kind of awkward. The Super Yeti, especially with the Super Yetis, if they beat their way into that dead space there, that's also kind of awkward. Okay, the enemy Queen does go down, so they don't beat into the dead space. Because then they would have had to beat through another layer of walls just to get through. Luckily, they got the Giant. That's going to help out tremendously. And look at this. Rocio getting it done with the Super Yetis. Moving into the back end of the base. And this is going to be a 3-star for Team Electros. Look at the traps. I probably shouldn't call the attack a 3-star this early. This early into it. Especially if something like that happens. But I'm still confident. I'm going to stand by it. I believe this is going to be a 3-star. We got 20 seconds left, plenty of time. The Giant's going to go down, but that's fine. We got healers on the Super Yetis. They can beat their way through. Is this going to be time? Uh-oh. Look how fast they get through the Hero Hall, though. 8 seconds. Come on, come on, come on. Don't prove me to be a liar. You got this. Go, 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 go. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. They're not going to get it. No! I called it wrong. It's going to be a 98%. I thought for sure that was going to be a 3. But then that tornado trap at the end with the giant bombs. Jeez. Hey, Sir Jet. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Rip. Good try, Rocio. So close. Also dodging that near disaster at the start of the attack with the Warden. I swear Rocio has the worst luck with the Warden walks. And the fireballs. But that one was saved. Here we go. We got Nebrax with the next attack. Is this the last attack for Tribe? Hold on. No, there's 2 more. I was gonna say, I thought it was the last attack looking at the map there, but here we go. We got Nebrax in with the next one. Got the Royal Champion from the top side of the base. 12 dragons in this attack. Okay. Get through the Expo. RC moving off to the left. She'll move into the scatter shot after that. Oh, he's going to make it invisible. He's trying to push her into the middle of the base. Okay. What's the plan here, Nebrax? There's the earthquakes. Okay. I see. He's trying to get her to the town hall here. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Next invis coming down. Oh, she goes to the fire spitter instead. I'm pretty sure the plan was to get her to the town hall. There's the next invis. Yeah, he wanted her there. Okay, that's the last invis. That's barely enough to even get the town hall down. Good call making that fire spitter invisible when he did. He's able to get it down as well. Nice value from the Royal Champion charge. What's next? I'd imagine fly the dragons from the right. What's he paused for? What's he waiting on? Clock's a-ticking, sir. There we go. Oh, he's gonna go from the left. Interesting. There we go, the Lava Hound with the ice block. Okay, dragons are pushing in. Make their way to the gear tower. Able to delay that warden ability just a little bit because of the Lava Hound on the initial tanking. And there we go, pop the Warden's ability now so they can tank this damage on the push into the base, especially as they make their approach towards this monolith here. We got the Queen on the top side of the base in the meantime with an Ice Golem and the Siege Barracks. Gigabomb going off, Monolith firing away, but we got that Prince ability slowing things down, including the Scatter Shot. Got a couple of rocket balloons coming in from the bottom side of the base. Use the Baby Dragon here to set that funnel and push these dragons into the base. They're hanging out here on the outside like a bunch of hoodlums. But now they're going to make their way in, get through the Expo. That Scatter Shot's firing at full speed yet again. Fire Spitter firing at his Siege Barracks troops on the top side. Queen's popped her ability. So we got the Giant running around. That Prince moving into the core of the base. He does have the Phoenix, so once he goes down here shortly, he'll come back for a few more seconds. Dragon's still pushing across this bottom side of the base. I think it's looking good here for Nebrax. I don't want to say anything too early again. I would hate to call things wrong by saying it too soon. But it's looking good, we'll say that much. Down goes the multi-archer tower. Now I'm comfortable saying that it could be close on time, so I'm not going to say anything for sure. I'm worried about the time fail now, but I think he's fine. I think he's got it. Down go the last few buildings on the right side. He's got one more collector over there. Cannon drops. Down goes the builder hut, and it's a 3-star for Nebrax with plenty of time on the clock. GG. It's looking very good for Tribe Gaming now. Team Electros have to triple, and even with a 3-star, they're going to be down by a star in the last round of attacks. But if anything less than a triple is game over here for Team Electros. All right. Hit the trip from Electros. Yep, they have to triple just to keep themselves in it. If they fail an attack, they're looking at lower bracket. And it's going to be Rigo Torres with the next attack. They got to make a little bit of a comeback here in the last couple of hits. Here we go. Root Riders from Mr. Rigo. Start with a Warden Walk on the top side of the base. Is he going for a Fireball? No, he is not. We haven't seen any funny Fireball fails, and I'm kind of disappointed. The Fireball fails make for good shorts. I thought we were going to get one out of Rocio there for a moment. Although I don't want to see more Fireball fails out of Rocio. After that one run that they had in the qualifiers, I think it was like the first or second qualifier, Rocio just had such a tough time with the Warden in those matches. Felt bad. But she's done a lot better since then, so that's good. Get through the sweeper here, get through the fire spitter. We got a flame flinger coming in from the top side of the base. Probably more Teslas over there somewhere, I would imagine. But I guess he'll worry about that later. We got the Warden pushing in, still going for the fire spitter. Gigabomb going off. That took a big chunk of damage, but he's fine. It actually pushed the Warden off of the fire spitter, and he retargeted. But he does go back, finishes it off. Now we got the enemy queen coming in. Is that going to be an issue for the Warden? No, he's fine. He's fine. He's chilling. And here we go. We got the Root Riders coming in. Got something on the left side there. I didn't even see what that was. I think he's checking for those Teslas I was talking about. Which, there's actually no more Teslas there, surprisingly. Oh, that king goes to the flame flinger, though. Rip the flame flinger. So I guess it doesn't even matter if there's Teslas there. Got the Root Riders pushing from the top side of the base. We got the king and the queen from the right side of the base, setting that funnel. Got the Yeti on the outside as well, trying to help get rid of some of these buildings. Spiky ball bouncing around. Did that king already go down? Sheesh. King went down quick. It's looking a little rough here for Rigo. Gotta be honest. Queen grabs the storage. Root Riders are getting frozen by these ice golems on defense. Finally pushing into the town hall to get that taken down. But the queen is going to have to pop her ability here shortly. Might as well just go ahead and pop the queen's ability. It's going to go off regardless. There we go. Queen's ability going off. We get the clones coming out. We get the giant coming out. Hopefully that queen can get a little bit of health back as well. In the meantime, she's getting pretty low. I mean, she got forced to ability, so she was at 0, essentially. There's the Rocket Spear from the Royal Champion. He might be able to still make this work. He's got a Freeze and an Invis still in the bag. And he might need those for the Monolith. The Monolith's going to start firing at the Royal Champion here. Good spot for an Invis. There we go. The Invis comes in too late. The RC goes down. He should have dropped it a half a second sooner. But the RC's dead, and that just might do it for this attack. And for Team Electros's hopes of making it straight to the Grand Finals from the upper bracket. Looks like Tribe Gaming will win this match because Team Electros are going to be down by 2 stars in the last round of attack, and that is essentially impossible to come back from. Nice try to Rigo, nice try to Team Electros. Tribe Gaming is the first finalist. Unless something absolutely insane happens in these last 2 attacks. Which, not likely. I think it's more likely that I win the Powerball. Which is a lottery in the USA, for those of you who are unfamiliar. Good run, Team Electros. Well, they're still in it. They're still in the tournament. They're going to be moving down to the lower bracket. So we'll see them again tomorrow. Well, we'll see everybody again tomorrow. This is the last match today. The other matches that we watched were lower bracket, so those were eliminations. Actually, how many teams are left in it? We might be looking at the top 3 already today. Because... Yeah, we're already looking at the top 3. So we got Badzinger, Tribe Gaming, and Team Electros left. So now all we gotta figure out is who gets which prize. You guys not playing qualifier? Nah. I'm not playing the qualifier. Alright, we'll see how Teamper does on this last attack. Just needs a 50% 2-star to make sure things are squared away. Because a 1-star would leave the door open for a miracle comeback from Team Electros. But it would be silly not to play it safe here, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna play it safe. Excuse me. Push straight through the town hall, get that taken down, and that'll secure their victory in their grand final spot. Got that Archer Queen on the top side. He's even gonna just blimp the town hall. He's not risking anything here. Just send that blimp straight to the town hall. Rage up the Yetis. The town hall 100% secured. There we go. First star in the bag. Now he just needs 20 more buildings, and we're at 33% and counting. Is counting quick too. We got the Barbarian King on that far left side. We got a wall break over there in case he wants to walk in and wander around. Pops the Warden's ability on the top side of the base for the Root Riders and the Queen. The Queen joining up because we got all the funneling done up there. So that worked out perfectly. 47%, 48%, and there we go, 50%. Team Electros are officially down to the lower bracket. Can he triple here? Can they wrap this up on a high note? Tribe Gaming have had quite a performance in this match. And Team Electros put up a good fight. It just wasn't quite enough. Just a little bit short. Got a Headhunter for that enemy king on that left side. We got the Gear Tower kind of popping off there on that left side as well. Got the Crusher Mortar going to town on these troops in the core of the base, and it looks like it will fizzle out for a 2-star, but it doesn't matter. Teamper got what Tribe Gaming needed to move on, and that's all that matters. Staying alive and moving on in the tournament. It's pretty close, though. It's really close. The Giant even opens up the wall. Queen has access, but we do still have the enemy Queen as well. A few cleanup troops on the bottom side of the base. We got some skellies moving around. Man, this is so close to being a 3-star. It's still not going to get it. Almost. Good try to temper. 91%. Shivam, welcome in. Big fan. I'm a big fan of you. Hope you're doing well, Shivam. We got 2 moderators in the chat at the same time. That's crazy. I should probably consider adding some moderators to my chats. Especially as I'm streaming more and more. And I demoted Strake. Unfortunately, I had to. He comes to stream like once a year. Megadeth announced retirement. Oh, jeez. Yep, blame Straight. I am doing well. At least I can't complain. Here we go. Last attack of the match. Team Electros cannot win even with a 3-star, but we'll see if they can wrap up this match on a high note. Yeah, I feel like showing up once a year to a stream is like... You probably shouldn't be a moderator, I guess. Maybe that's too harsh. Watch, this would be the time that Strake would show up to his stream. Is when I'm talking about him. He'd be like, what do you mean? I'm here. Oh, what you talking about? Why am I not a moderator anymore? He'd start coming around if I started playing Rocket League. Guarantee that. Alright, how's Almualan doing? We got an attack going on. Also, this is another Super Yeti attack. Have we seen... Wait, did that last Super Yeti attack triple? No, it fell just short, didn't it? I think we've seen 2 time fails on Super Yetis today that were really close. And it was also a setup like this where he took forever to get going with the Warden. No Fireball, just a Warden charge, getting a Fire Spitter taken care of. Because it was like 1:20 on the clock when the Super Yetis came in. Here we go. Got the Ice Golems from the bottom. This one's going to get rolling a little bit quicker than the last one. And the Super Yetis are in. Here we go. Let's see if we can see a Super Yeti smash finally triple a base today. We've seen some attempts, but no 3-stars yet. Super Yetis are good. Yeah, they are good. They're just kind of struggling today for some reason. But Almualan's going to put them on the map here. We'll pop the Warden. Well, not really put them on the map. They're already on the map. Almualan's going to get it done here with this one. Pop the Warden's ability to keep everything protected. Pushing the Yetis up through the bottom side of the base. Need to get that. Look at that minion versus the Fire Spitter. Helps take it down. MVP minion right there. Pops the King's ability in the core. Opens everything up except for the very top compartment. It's looking solid so far. That base just kind of disappeared so fast. What the heck? That base just vanished. Usually it's the army that disappears in a hurry, but this time the base is absolutely demolished, and finally we're going to get to see a 3-star with the Super Yetis. Unless I'm calling it too early again. You know, things happen. Things happen, but I think we're fine. I think I'm safe saying that. Down goes the Multi-Inferno Tower. Yeah, this is a 3-star all day long. Absolutely killed it. Beautiful attack for Almualan. Unfortunately for Team Electros, too little, too late. They're already on the map. I know. Sometimes my mouth is faster than my brain. It happens. But this ended up being a fairly close match. 13-12, 97.8. Team Electros with the percentage. 98.2. He was ready for it, yeah. They just needed a little opportunity there. But we're going to see Team Electros again tomorrow. We'll see Tribe Gaming in the Grand Finals. Very good match. All these matches today were good. They were all close. I like it. And we'll be ready to see the finals tomorrow. So that is going to be it for me today. Tomorrow we'll stream the rest of these finals. And then after that, we're going to do a long farming session tomorrow. So tomorrow, bring your popcorn, bring your drinks, be prepared for a long stream. We're going to get some hours in today. I got some errands I've got to go run. Unfortunately, got some things to do. So we're going to head out there. Let's see who's live. See who we can raid. 24 it won't be a 24-hour stream. It's a little crazy. Coco's live. Who else is live? Is it just Coco? Mr. Morningstar was streaming the same thing. I don't know if he'll still be live. Placebo, same thing. Style, same thing. Okay. Looks like we're all raiding Coco. So let's get that raid fired up. We'll get you guys over there. Thank you guys for watching today. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Also, I have one more scenery. We're going to give it away in tomorrow's stream. So hopefully we'll see you there. I'll give it away in the final match tomorrow. That's the plan. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you later. Take care, Shivam. See ya, Guy. Goodbye, goodbye.